live. At this time, I gave ample warning for sure, and nobody was surprised by that. Hey, what's up? We're back.
We could have got cancelled real quick there.
We could not have got cancelled because everything we said was above board, and that's the way we will tell that story. How are we doing this week? I can't believe it. We had a hype train 7 seconds into pressing live. Thank you very much. You guys are amazing.
Goodness, that is awesome.
Yeah, we're live. We're back. We took a week off impromptu. Things got crazy and then things got uncrazied. And we are back and we're happy to be here. And we're hyped to do some isle wandering, isle hopping. I don't even know what we're doing. We're doing something.
Yeah.
We're on a boat.
I'll never know.
We're on a boat. Yeah. I don't know who's in charge of recap this week. I've been Rory. Good man. Take it away, boss man.
Yes, sir, indeed. Previously on the Wandering Isles, Weslyn reached out through trance, dream space unfolding. There he found Delphine, confusion, recognition, a place, a time, urgency closing in. However, in the medical tent, Dash caught up with Alendor and left with more than answers. A new suit, layered in strange fabrics of mystery and magic, forged for our companion who was running on fumes. A new daddy. At the lake, Io was finally arrested, washing away strain and ash. The pain of times gone by. Much to Wes's disapproval, of course, because nobody swims in the Western Woods. Night fell, a table was set, plans were revealed, a contract was placed before them. They read once, they read twice. Everyone was already bound to their own surprise. But Zarathis faltered. Cracks were showing, a plea was made. This time he was heard. The choice fell to Wes. Steel, blood, and ink. The contract was signed. But not before. A question was ushered by Eldrin regarding Dash's exhaustion. Zarathis, yeah, made it happen. Dash was a newborn man. The path is set. There's no turning back. This time on the Wandering Isles.
All right. Now we turn back on the path, boys.
God damn it.
All right. We're live, man. This is crazy. All right. We're good. We jump in. It's a new dawn. It's a new day, right? You guys took a long rest and stuff. We're all
feeling good.
We're feeling good. All righty. Okay. So.
Do we want to take care of business first?
That's right. Oh my God, Ryan, I was literally talking about this 12 seconds ago. Yes, please. Rhino, please. Oh my God, please roll for your HP for your level up. You are maintaining class. You're moving forward. And you were otherwise occupied during the holidays. Ooh, 6.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So we're catching your sheet up. And I meant to do that last week, and then we didn't do that last week, and here we are this week. Still.
It wasn't too much of a stressful level up for me, in fairness. It was simple enough.
You picked your specific class accoutrement, and you are now ready, Freddy.
I am indeed.
Heck yeah. All right, that's you leveled up. Yeah. Nice.
I feel like in memory of Slate that we should cast Silvery Barbs in that role.
Yes. That is also a thing.
Considering I'm the one that's got it, fuck off.
We are departing ways with Mr. Richard for the foreseeable. No bad blood. We love him. He loves us. His life schedule just isn't in place for such activities at the moment. We are completely understanding of that. We only sent.
He needs sleep.
Yeah, we only sent 2 goons around to beat him up. So because we were so understanding and accommodating. Instead of the...
One of them was me, but I didn't beat him up. I just sat there and drank tea and played board games with him.
Fair, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I
did all
would do.
those beatings for nothing. God.
It's okay. We'll refund you some hands, all right?
Yeah.
Please, Hans Grieber.
Dan and Jer.
Okay.
Off Nakatomi Plaza.
I'm so angry. But there's no bad blood or anything. We don't want anyone to feel there's any drama or anything. There is not. But we will be filling his seat in the near future. Some new face or new faces shall be joining the Wandering Isles in the not so distant. We're working on that. So, in the meantime, right, you guys can feel free to take it away. I'm not 100% sure who wants to go first because we're kind of in a very open area here. We are done with dinner. We are We have the presence of a ship. Madriana has rejoined the party. Things are looking good.
I think being full of vigor, Dash is just going to kind of like be, ooh, I'm feeling good now, and he's just going to
That's right.
do the fatherly thing and maybe relieve Lissa of duty for a little bit, because he's obviously been incapable over the last
She
2
doesn't
days or
even
so.
wait. She's like, bye, and then just runs out of the room. Yeah. She's going to find a hammock somewhere and just rest. She's had 3 children to take care of.
3?
Well.
Who are the other 2?
If you have to ask, buddy.
One's a demon, one's an angel.
And one is some horrible, horrible mix of both.
I feel like there's a potential jingle there for a sitcom.
Hatsu would walk up inside towards Slate's room, because he would look for the book.
I don't even know if Slate had the book. Did he anymore?
I'm pretty sure he had the book.
Okay.
No, Dash took it through the portal. I thought I gave it to Hatsu, actually.
I'm pretty sure he was taking it from Slate.
I think
Whether or not.
Dash took the book through the portal, and where it ended up
Yeah.
after that's a little vague. So we'll say that it's still in Dash's room, just for the sake of it, because Slate is like notably has not been seen since you guys arrived here. So like you finding it from Slate would be a much bigger ask than you finding it from anyone else. So
Yep, that's why he tried to look in a room. Knock, knock on Dash's door.
Dash just comes with 2 babies. 1 second. Opening the door with the foot. Hatsu-san.
See, you were taking care of your duties.
Yes, there was a few duties. Surprisingly large given the size of them. But yes, what can I do for you?
Looking for the book.
Fathros book?
Yep.
Trunk by the bed, in there.
Appreciated.
under 46 different colored swimsuits, bikini bottoms, and man thongs, you find
Mankinis.
mankinis. you find the book.
He would take the book and he would settle down in the middle open area of the bastion.
Mm-hmm.
He would remove his left glove and put it on the book. Bartaras, can you hear me?
There's a moment of silence and thought before you feel that chill, that familiar chill on the back of your mind, feeling down on your spine. Hatsu,
How you doing?
we journey through the lost, but so far all are safe and accounted for.
I can't thank you enough for what you're doing. But there's more people outside here that need few bits and pieces we have to acquire. There's not enough shelter, not enough food. We might have to leave for a while. I will keep the book in my mother's hands to keep an eye on it. If
I
you
will
need
keep your
anything,
people safe, protected, and free from the burdens of hunger, the ones in the book that I can protect.
we will take a while. If you get out of the book, stick with my mother and my granny. They will keep you safe as well.
I'll do my best. Travel safe, friend.
どうもありがとうございました。
When you feel the
And-
book, there is this familiarity. You feel the different entities that are within it. When it used to just be Vathros, there was a very distinct feeling when you touched the book. It was cold. It lacked a certain something, but that something is there in great quantity when you feel the minds, bodies, hearts, and souls of hundreds of different people that have entered this book for you into the realm within it. But one feels additionally familiar. You feel the presence of Slate wandering around in here looking for answers. His presence has been noticeably absent from the island, and you haven't really seen him, which is strange for people like Hatsune and Madriana, who are very good at picking people out of a crowd no matter what disguise they're wearing. He came here, presumably looking for some information, some answers, and based on what Hatsu had seen him in this state of regeneration, and what he had seen before in entering the flames, there's seriously something that Slate needed to understand, to find answers for, and a part of you hopes that he'll find that information here. But he's safe, protected, and on a journey of self-discovery that has been much needed and overdue for him.
Always the lone wolf. And he gets back his glove on his hand. And he's moving over to his room where his mother and his granny would be situated. And he knocks firmly.
That's in Hatsu's room, right? I think that's what we decided. Was that for them? Or was that for the... Yeah. So you knock on Hatsu's room. You knock on your own room, sorry. Give me a minute, I'll catch up.
Who's that Hatsu? Motherfucker stole my room.
You knock on your own door. And you... I'll fast forward slightly in the explanation of what this book is. So what are you telling them about the presence of this book and what it actually represents and what it is? Because I'm not sure how much they really know about that part of it. So what are you going to explain to them about the book? It doesn't have to be done in RP, but just sort of so I roughly understand what they know. Yeah.
I'm gonna explain the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh, you like literally just start to finish. This is like
literally.
Oh, okay. All right. They know. So
that's
they know
what he would do.
Okay.
He would give like a full report, so they would know everything that he knows about that thing to make the best informed decisions, just in case something happens.
Okay. Your mother would agree to mind the book, and she will do so with every fiber of her being, as if each of those lives was like her own, let alone all of them being how many there are. Because hundreds and hundreds of people are within that that space. She would want to know if she is to communicate with Vathros or not, and if so, how does that process work?
Cousin, you don't have to, but maybe it would help to have like a schedule for preparation once they come out.
Mm-hmm.
You place your hand on the book.
She does, yeah.
And as he sees that she does it, because he was still in the explanation, he gets the glove off again from the left hand,
mm-hmm.
puts it on her hand and the book.
Mm-hmm.
And he would call for Vathros again. Sorry, friend, that I have to disturb you again, but I wanted to introduce my mom.
Instead of words. There's a small spectral image that appears above the book of Vathros, who goes into a deep bow of respect. The spectral image just fades again into small ethereal flames and smoke, and then spirals down again. It's a pleasure to meet you.
This is Kokoro Toshitsugu, and she will take care. She will check in every few days so we can prepare for extraction if the time has arrived. She will take care of you when you come out, and she will explain to the people. There's also an entity on this island. She roams around alone. She's still a little bit afraid if we're serious or not. Her name is Veralia of the Broken Glade. She's able to fly. She has very bird-like features. So people are aware that not only humanoid entities are welcome here. If you feel the urge to maybe make her a little bit more comfortable, would be a nice one if you approach her. Thank you, friend.
The connection severs, but your mother takes the words to heart as well. She doesn't speak, but you can see that she's lost in thought, and the likely thing is that there's a connection between what you're describing and both her fears and hopes for Boreal. She worries about him, and when you describe this bird creature on the island that's mistrustful and needs guidance and support, suddenly that maternal instinct for guidance and desire for happiness for her own kin becomes more prevalent. She just solemnly nods.
I think after that he would, as far as I remember, Ayame and Asuka both wanted to go on the journey, right? But I can't remember if Boreal was joining as well.
Your mother asked that you bring Boreal, if you don't, if you're willing to, that she would want you to bring Boreal. She can't also make you do it, but yeah.
Oh, she could.
She wouldn't make you do it, but she is asking you to. So you,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That would be about it. I think Hatsu would try to reflect a little bit on everything that happened, all that he saw with Weslyn, and the new myth that he found through his last meditation.
Mm-hmm.
He felt a presence in a way that he never did before. So he tries to reflect on those things. He takes a walk and tries to find the Viralia. Not hyperactively, but he's definitely looking out for her while he's taking a walk to think about, how's the journey from there? How's this gonna be? There's new territories. There's new responsibilities. And he's also a little bit worried about Boreal, because he's... yeah.
Boreal has a history of not making things particularly better with his presence, but he's also come quite far in his journey. So I guess we'll see what shape that takes. But I think a watchful eye over Boreal wouldn't be the worst thing. He wouldn't be a harmful person to have around if the ship were to sink, for example, with given flight and abilities. But at the same time, he is limited by the same as any mortal with wings. There's only so far that they can go. I think a lot of things would be on the minds of pretty much everybody here. What to do next. Weslyn has a very clear-cut journey and has set commitments as such with Delphini. Dash knows the weight of going on a journey and not going on a journey, and which would be safer, would probably be weighing on his mind too. I don't think Adriana likes boats because I don't think Ryan likes boats. So that might be a burdensome thought as well.
Adriana doesn't like boats because she's meant for the sky, not for the sea.
Damn right. But I think there might be excitement in the mind of Eos. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because right now she's following in the footsteps of someone very important to her. On a vessel that comes from somewhere where he spent most of his time.
Mm-hmm.
And the weight of your sword and your compass feel... what would the word be? You feel the weight and burden of responsibility and honor to do this right. So each of you has different thoughts, maybe not on where to go, but how to get there. So I think that maybe discussion needs to be had a little bit around that. I'm conscious that we have Master Kyle joining us a little bit late today, so he shall pop in at some point with Aldrin. But I would prefer not to wait until that time, if that's okay. So if you guys want to start discussing what comes next, that might be a wise choice.
Perfect. Well, with the weight of burden and a compass pointing, and yeah, Eos is going to actually wander onto the vessel.
Did you just use our name in vain? Yeah. You wander up on the ship. That's absolutely fine. Yeah. There are some people here. You know the way you can just sense that Dash is from Palperoth every time you look at him, think of him, or acknowledge his existence?
It's just a smell of him.
What do you say fuck me for?
The people here look very Verdoir in nature. They came with Adriana and they were operating the ship for her. Uh-huh. And I believe it was mentioned in that episode that they need to go home too at some point along the way.
Yeah, in 79 it was, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been about 78, the end of 78 or 9? Yeah. Or it'd be the beginning? Would have been the beginning because we were coming at the beginning. But yeah, they are still here aboard the ship. They have not left the ship. So you took the little rowboat, you went all the way over here, and these people are, of course, present.
Hello.
All right.
Oh, good. Thank you. So, how are you doing?
They just sort of look back towards themselves and start talking because this, like, kind of, you're 5'3", I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all big dudes. And ladies. Who look a lot... I don't want to use the word tougher, but it's the best word that I have right now. They look more...
Seaworthy.
Yeah,
Brutish.
yeah,
Is this
all of those
SpongeBob
things.
going into the saloon?
Yeah, let's call it that. That is perfect. Oh, that's all I can see in my head now. Yeah, but like a pink sponge. Yeah. For sure. This is a little bit. You're out of your depth a little bit, Eos.
Yeah,
I think we'll go with that. I'm trying to think of the sort of correct way to put
Yeah.
this, but yeah, that will probably be it. They're not.
She's in the wrong bar.
Yeah, they're not exactly showing you much respect or appreciation, not in a necessarily disrespectful way either, but they have no reason to want to communicate with you.
That's good. That works. Eos literally starts walking around. She starts trying to understand how specifically the flagpole works. Because that thing in the top of the highest mast to her is a red flag for the gang's intentions.
How it works? There's a pulley
she wants to
system.
get the flag down.
Yeah, there's a pulley system. It is strung up. If you were to lower it the entire way, you would have to unloop it from the entire. It's not just what are you talking? You talking about the sails of the flag?
Knots.
Because
The
there's
flags.
okay. The insignia is on the flag on top of the bird's nest, but it is also on the sail, primary sail.
Oh, we have two problems. Okay. Okay, let's go for the smallest Argus first.
Okay, if it's just the one on top of the bird's nest, you literally go up there yourself. You would have to climb to the top of that and go get it.
She starts climbing.
I don't know how. I don't know what you've done in life, Rory. So I don't know how to describe this to you. So I'm going to do my best to describe this. Have you climbed ladders on something that's going like this?
No,
because that's a different experience.
Yes.
I'm not going to make you make a dexterity check or saving throw.
God.
Because I'm feeling generous this Wednesday evening.
Yes.
But it is not easy for someone who is not seafaring by nature.
Yeah.
This is something that is making you feel nauseous. So what I do want from you instead is a Constitution saving throw, please.
Interesting. Okay, let's go, Con. Let's roll. For
Oh, she chunders on top of those sailors.
a beautiful 9.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to you, man. If you want to throw chunks on top of the third warrior and people, you can. Other than that, I would say you're feeling
Unwell.
yeah, like nauseous, like seasick. We'll go so far as to say seasick. Yeah.
Eos's stomach starts to turn. She grasps onto the ladder closer and she pulls herself in for a while and just kind of catches her momentum with the swaying.
Yeah. The ship sways, the water crashing against its side, and this sort of mist constantly of salt water spraying against you.
Yeah.
It's not stormy. It's a nice day.
Yeah.
Clear. 19 degrees, so it's warm.
Nice.
Celsius, not Fahrenheit. You're not dead. But it is. It's definitely a new sensation for Eos.
Uh-huh.
But you make it to the top.
Okay.
The flag is still about 7 foot up that pole.
Is there any...
It's a big flag too. Not
Yeah.
massive like it, but it is like comparatively big.
Because flags are typically hoisted up this pulley system with ropes, and there's typically 2 inverted hooks with rope tied around it. Is that present here in the crow's nest?
Is it present? It's so what
It
you
would
have
be on a ship
is
like that.
yeah, but what you have is like a system where the ropes themselves are holding it together to give it some slack. And you have like 2. It's not just hooks, but it's like I would call them climbers clasps. Do you know the things you can sometimes get on like a backpack or whatever to tether it to something, or like you'd get it on a belt or a climber's vest. It's more like that. So you can pull it in and take it off this. You would need some strength to this. I don't think that is Eos' strong suit. So I won't give you disadvantage, but I am going to make you make, it's going to be just pure athletics, singular roll.
Okay. Before I do so, Eos is going to, if there are multiple ropes, she's going to kind of snag each to kind of feel and see which way the flag reacts to understand this is the one for up, this is the one for down, this is for so and so.
Sure, that's for the main sails and stuff. For this, there's 3 latched on. This is the top flag we're talking about on top of the mast, the bird's nest. This is, yeah, it's more like hooks, but you just have to pull it in so it doesn't go out into this.
Okay. What's the roll?
Sorry, you're going to be doing athletics for this one specifically.
Oh, that's grand. Roll.
Is that a 6?
It's a 6.
Okay. You get it off the first hook and then realize that the wind is a little strong, so like it's now kind of flapping from the top on the first hook, and the second 2 hooks are holding it, but it's a little weaker. You still have to remove these 2 hooks, but it's going to be a little bit harder because the wind is against you, and there's a good chance that this flag just goes.
Oh yeah.
Remington's like, I'm back, everybody, and just kills him. It's just like, I'll get you to make the second athletics check if you plan on continuing.
She sees no other way.
Is this all visible from the shore?
You're holding 2 babies, Ash.
You specified that you're in your room, so maybe not from you, but
Fair enough.
there are 2 people who might be visible to. I would say Hatsu's busy at the moment, so I would go with Madriana or Weslyn possibly.
She's being watched.
Okay.
I was flying around, moving stuff and that, so she's being watched.
You did specify that last week. That's right, actually. Yeah, you said you would fly it over the ocean and stuff. Okay. Eos, go for the second one.
If-
I was just
if Eos
waiting, like,
starts-
I think she's okay. Maybe.
The exact same again. It's a 6.
You get a third 6. That's ominous as hell. Okay, so the second one goes, and like it's hanging on by this one thread, and the flap is just like going all over the place, and the flag is like curling into some sort of more of a strand of rope, I guess.
Oh my god.
You can hear slight chuckles from the Verdwarian people below you that are watching this quite literally unfurl.
Yeah.
So rare you get an unfurled pun out there.
Man.
She's determined she wants to go for the last one. Imagine at this point you definitely can see what she's doing. If there's any want for intervention, you can. If you want to leave her to it, you also can do that.
I'm close enough to do something if I need to. However, I am just watching at this point.
Okay.
Like, if I was to see Eos, like, taking the boat over to the ship, like, Madriana doesn't trust the people on that boat.
For sure.
So she wouldn't leave Eos over at that boat unguided. So I'm close enough, but I'm letting her make her mistakes.
Okay. Eos.
Yes.
I will warn you that what's definitely going to happen here is that you're going to unhook this and the flag is going to move. So this roll is to see your ability to catch and hold that flag.
Yes.
So that it does not just immediately go out to sea. It's still going to be athletics.
Yeah.
Given the experience that you've had, it hasn't been great, so I'll give you a +2 to your roll because you know what to expect
Okay.
preemptively, and I feel bad that you were rolling 6s. So sometimes the
life
universe
is,
has to sway in your direction,
Yeah.
right? So I'll give you a +2 for luck.
All right. Let's roll. It's
Oh, you did
11.
roll a 6?
All right.
One and a 6.
You are currently struggling to hold on to this thing, but you're not like, you have both feet up on the side of the bird's nest and you're just holding on to this thing while it now flaps. This has not gone, I would imagine, as she expected, but you are currently holding on to it. How you'll pull it in and get down, I don't know, but you're currently back to the like spike of this mast, like feet against the bird's nest itself, just using all of your body to hold this thing in place. If one were to have a spell to help them, perhaps that might be a good time.
Looking, and unfortunately, flag return to sender is not a spell that she has.
Correct. You might have to be a little more creative than that, but that is yes.
Yeah, there ain't nothing in those, unfortunately.
Yeah, no. Next time we'll have to make sure we prepare flag return to sender spell.
No, literally, I ain't got none. That can.
Accio Flagio!
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for her to fly off like a fucking parachute, you know.
Please, nobody love Wingardium
that's
Leviosa.
something-
Don't do it.
Right. Okay. Let's think about this. So we gotta bring it back in as flapping in the wind.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. With that, then she's going to literally let herself sit down, and because most birds, crow's nests, whatever the actual name of the thing is, are
Crow's nest is
typically a railing with poles going around, holding up that railing. She's going to latch herself legs between the railings, sitting down, and she's going to try and
Okay.
literally roll it up
All right.
while using the railing and poles to
I
hold
will-
herself.
I will open you to acrobatics or athletics. Excuse me, or athletics.
Acrobatics has the higher.
I will open you up to either. You can choose.
Yeah, acrobatics.
Madriana might just watch Eos fly away for the rest of this campaign.
And she flew away.
20 sessions from now, she flies
with
overhead.
the flag like a parachute.
Yeah.
Everyone else is trying to fucking fly, so I might as well let Eos as well.
That's it.
22.
All right. Much better. You managed to bring the flag to sort of a more sort of horizontal instead of vertical position.
Yeah.
And you use your weight to kind of pull it in until it's in on top of you and the wind is no longer working against you.
Now
You
she's like,
see,
"Ah."
you hear a slight smattering of applause down below as they as they watched you finally reel that in. That was probably a good 15 minutes though. Yeah.
They hear very panicked. Thanks.
Now, how does she plan to get it down the ladder?
Did that go as well as you'd hoped, my dear?
She's going to wrap up the flag, pop it in her backpack, and
That flag is very big and will not fit in your backpack, but you did hear a Madriana just speak to you as she is somewhere nearby.
I'm like literally like perched on the ring of the bird's nest behind you.
oh, hey, do you wanna? Would you be interested in helping me bring the flag back to the bastion?
First, I suppose I should ask, what are you doing to my ship?
Taking on the flag. How about you?
I mean, I can see that. Are you going to wash and press it? Like, what's the idea?
That's a fair question. I was going to discuss with the gang if we could maybe find a more neutral flag to sail with in case we're seen by enemies of whomever. She looks at the symbol, doesn't recognize it. Whoever the enemies of these are.
Good. I like it. And she just lets out this really high-pitched whistle, looks down at the guys below and says, "You lot, get that other sail down so that we can change the emblem on there. Unless you fancy getting murdered along the high seas."
This isn't a massively big ship, but to Eos, contextually, with overcoming, I don't want to call it a fear of heights, we'll call it an adjustment to heights that she's not used to. They just look like ants to you that suddenly scatter and start doing things. But they do get to work removing the large sail containing the military flag that is currently parked outside of your isle. Yeah. No hesitation, no retort, no sarcasm. They just get to work.
Yes. If you wouldn't mind, hold here
Uh-huh.
and hold here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just going to lift you, but stay with me. I'll lift her up onto the edge of the railing. Now, get ready, and I'll flap my wings so that it fills the flag with air, and then I'll literally start flying her and pushing her and like parasailing her into land while she's using the flag as a parasail.
Okay.
Don't let go now, otherwise you might get a nasty dip in the water.
All right.
This is going to be pure strength to make sure that you can hold on. Again, this is athletics. But I will open it to acrobatics if you can give me a creative reason she might be acrobatic in this rather than athletic.
I'm helping, so does that help as well?
I'll give you advantage on whichever of the rolls it is, but my gut says to use...
It's got to be athletics. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Athletics it is.
I can give you rationale if you like. If
What's that dash in the
never
bedroom?
mind.
14 is
That
okay.
was
You hang on.
Kian going above the table to Rory.
That was Rory
You've seen
slapping Kian back off.
Yeah.
I'm glad that 13 was the first roll
I know.
and not the other one.
We don't look at the other one.
What was the first roll?
Don't worry about it.
The second one was a 1.
Oh, wow. Cool. Right. So you hang on for mortal dear life, but you make it across. It doesn't take a major amount long to fly over.
I'm like literally just like push direct, kind of not flying at as such.
Mayor Jonah, you are meant for the seas.
No, I hate the sea.
Yeah.
My place is above the clouds.
It's very high.
You, however, probably would be meant for the seas. You just need a little bit more refining.
She just sits down on the ground for a while, holding the flag like this.
Just laying down on the beach, holding on for dear life. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Slowly burying yourself, right? Just pushing the sand over.
Protect me.
The waters
She
are
falls asleep
clear.
and turning her into a mermaid.
Yeah. The Joey Tribbiani thing.
Alter self.
The water is clear. The skies are clear. Barely a cloud. It's a beautiful day. The boat needed to row is still over on the other side with the ship, but we'll probably have to deal with that later. I'm just putting it out there because at some point someone's gonna be like, "I row over to the boat," and I'll be like, "You the fuck you do."
I haven't gone for a swim in a while.
Good luck.
Well, see,
It's far, man.
they've been told to get
Dash
the
hears
sail
there's
down.
need for swimming. He's just running. He's stripping off. He's already charging down towards the beach.
My God, is he running in slow motion?
Some people stand in the darkness.
Everyone else is moving normal speed,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Dash is just there.
Hell yeah. Cool. So, we covered sort of a major on Eos, Hatsu, a little bit of Dash, but I will come back to you. I noticed that we're missing Weslyn at the moment, so I'll come back to him in a moment. Dash, how are you getting on with the kids?
I think pretty good. Just speaking from experience, there's spells of "Wah!" and then they just sleep.
Nice.
So at this point, I think he's kind of thinking, all right, they've been cooped up in this room for a while, so let's get them some fresh air. So he'll kind of, what he'll do, he'll look for any kind of fabric, capes, etc., and make just kind of a carrier wrap, double-sided, so he can just kind of strap them onto his chest effectively.
Nice.
And just kind of carry them. The rocky motion would likely lull them to sleep, so he'll just kind of wander outside and make himself useful, help out with, patching people up, and then probably seeing the shenanigans on the beach, head down that direction to see what's happening.
No problem. As you do, there are notable eyes sort of following your kids, because you can cover them, but you can't cover them completely. But people know who you are and who you're friends with, and nothing is particularly said to you, but it's that thing of being able to feel the eyes on you, and more notably on them. Your protective instincts are just full flare. It's definitely something that doesn't make you feel easy.
Yeah, I think Dash would be familiar with the eyes thing, like, 'cause he'd kind of know that from being a imposter basically in high society in Balbarot, so he'd kind of get that to an extent, but when the protective instincts are there as well and the people are looking, he will make direct and severe eye contact with people who are looking, kind of a you got a problem here or not kind of thing. How do they react to that?
People, I don't want to use the word submissive because that's too aggressive for what I'm talking. Ironically, that's too aggressive for what I'm talking about. It's more trepidation. They're weary of you. Not necessarily because you've given them reason to be scared, but you're marked and protected by the Toshitsugu clan, and that's a big weight here. They this may not be Saigo no Toshi, but it is certainly bound by the same rules that Saigo no Toshi ran under, and by the same rulership. So in that way, if Hatsu says you're safe, if Hatsu says they're safe, you are, they are. But they've also never seen anything like your kids before. So
Gotcha.
they're doing their best to not be rude in it, because that's not the intent, but it's also just like the same as if you just saw a child today that was like red-skinned, horned, had a tail or whatever. Like, you would definitely take more than a quick look at that. Like, that would take a minute for your brain to even process, you know? So that's kind of where it's at.
There would be a series of that he kind of make hard eye contact with, but then at some point you kind of think, depending on how quickly or how often it's happening, maybe a bit of familiarity might help the situation here. So is there someone there, like, say someone with younger kids? You know, kids are curious and, you know, they have no filter.
Yes,
so
I do know that.
So if he's walking past and there's like someone with kids, and he might just kind of, rather than make eye contact, he might go to them and introduce himself and maybe introduce the kids and just show them that there's nothing to be afraid of, that they're just, yeah, they look different, but they're cute, they're asleep. One of them, sure, there's a bit of smoke curling out of his nose, but it's adorable.
Yeah, by approaching it with that intent, a few kids nearby would come over and sort of inspect things and be kind of curious.
Yeah, so Dash would kind of get down, he'd kneel down, kind of get down to their level and just kind of let them see, let them be curious, and let them kind of be bewildered and amazed.
Oh, wow, I wish I had a tail.
Mom, why don't I have a tail? How did those ones get made? Parents go, oh God.
Yeah. Where do babies come from? Just like the prevalent question of the Isles. You guys just like, we're getting out of here.
Run now.
I'll fight monsters. I won't do this. Hell yeah.
Give me another raised threat. I'm going in without weapons.
Yeah, so they are interested, but the curiosity is like healthy. It's like they feel safe to ask questions and to be curious, and they don't feel afraid. Like, the intent there is seen and recognized. Yeah, I think the parents would appreciate that. Yeah, that's definitely something special for sure.
Yeah, so I'll do that for a time, and then I suppose make my way to the shenanigans and the flags.
You'll definitely see Eos outside covering herself with sand and just, you know.
I'm a flag. You head down the beach and you would find Eos, a Madriana, and a flag.
Eos, why are you covered in sand?
Oh, good. How are the kids?
But they're good. They're causing a bit of a commotion, and I think some parents have some difficult questions to answer, but otherwise it's fine.
What kind of questions are you asking?
Where do babies come from, mostly? That's the scary one.
What's the name of the bird?
I'm surprised you know.
I literally have to.
That doesn't mean you know what you're doing.
Oh, I can assure you I do.
Oh, I don't want to know.
I think, how is that the most egotistical thing Dash has said in the campaign? Like, how is that peak? Like,
a child that looks like Eldrin and a child that looks like a Cambion. Like,
yeah.
I know how to do the thing that's literally the most least work I can do to actually create this life.
Oh, let me tell you, Dash puts in work.
at a time.
Reining it back in. Weslyn, where are you throughout all of this?
I mean, it's a favorite place in all the world. The
P Lake.
The P Lake.
Yeah.
Which he has summoned the EPA to
The
to address.
EPA. Yep.
Yeah, the EPA.
That was the worst time to take a drink.
Yep. No, he's minding the grove. He's doing a little bit of cleanup from last night's dinner. keeping an eye on the fox. Because it seems like Chicken's been like a little like low these past couple of days.
Chicken seems tired, but not like, they're ill or something. More like it's just been a long couple of weeks for you guys, and Chicken has been a very big part of that, and still hasn't fully recovered from their own adventure. Chicken the fox obviously was like unconscious for a long time and dealing with its own stuff, and only at the base of Saigonatoshi arc did they kind of wake up. So that was sort of a few hours ago or a few days ago. Well, it was a week ago at this point, sorry. But it's like, it's still just been a lot, and you guys haven't massively had a real downtime to kind of catch up to yourselves. Like, besides the magical aid for Dash, you're all feeling you're feeling the impacts of the last few lunar cycles for sure. For sure.
Yeah, there's no rest for the wicked. So we don't have time to relax or have a holiday. So Wesley wants to get this grove in shape before we leave. And someone had mentioned something about building a fence around this god plant that's been growing out of hole 2.0. So he's trying to figure out how to deal with that, because it's difficult to keep that out of people's hands while we're gone. But more importantly, knowing that we're about to set sail, during his next trance, or perhaps the trance before, he is going to reach into his distant memory, the memory of his ancestors, those who were winterborn, those who sailed the witch waters, and he will gain the proficiency of water vehicles as a result.
Nice. Yeah.
So just take that. He'll lose cooking. His cooking tools he forgets. He's no longer proficient and becomes proficient with boats.
Answering an important question about what race Eldrin is. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, for sure. During your trance state, you see where this is going, you see what needs to be done, and you really focus on your ancestral legacy, of which some were sailors throughout time. In fact, one of them more recently you saw on a ship in a vision through Eos. You have lineage of sailors.
Would that technically be an ancestor, though? I mean, wouldn't I technically be their
future ancestor? Future ancestor, right?
You
The
know, it gets a
ancestral
little
line
weird,
is
you
what
know?
I'm talking about. So the way I would view an ancestral line is not just the past, but the future, where your ancestral line connects through all.
So you're saying that I can borrow from the future?
Yep, which is why you can time travel. No.
So I will-
Weslyn has a unique ability to communicate through his bloodline, but his bloodline, because of where he comes from, doesn't just extend backward, it extends far forward. So up to present day, I would say, because
I
that's
am my own grandpa.
Yep, you
I'm
did
so
the
glad
nasty
I'm
in the
not
past.
having this conversation in character, because my god.
Oh, you will. It's just not right now.
No.
Dark Lord.
Dash isn't going to understand that. He's just going to, huh?
He's still struggling with why are there pink trees and nobody's helping him.
Yeah, literally.
Hell yeah. So throughout that, once it's sort of cleaned up and ready to go, Weslyn would, I assume, make his way towards the camp, and in doing so would start to see the group down on the beach. And Hatsu, I would imagine at that point you're kind of wrapping up with explaining to your mom how the book works and all of that as well, kind of gently bringing everyone together for a conversation. You know,
Before we tied the rope together for the conversation, did he actually see Varelia?
oh, sorry. How do I do this? I'm gonna borrow from the Cleric Handbook. Give me a D100.
How do you
please.
want to do this?
This is how I want to do it. I'm gonna borrow from the Cleric Handbook. Give me a D100.
That is fine.
Doesn't sound fine. It sounded fine until you said it was fine.
That is a 78.
I'll say you view. Okay. All right. I know what I'm doing. You've done it now, Busy. gone and done it now. You close your eyes. You view the stars. Interestingly enough, when Boreal casts a spell, his eyes change color. They turn almost black, like space itself, and you see fragments of light, like stars themselves. And in this moment, you are within something very similar. You're inside a darkness, and then you just see 1 dot, 2 dot, and then it bursts into hundreds and then thousands. The stars, the world, the universe, in any order. You try to find different things, and it starts by seeing lines connect between certain stars that become a picture as you move away. It looks like your mother. You see another one that looks similar to your father, your sister, to Boreal, then to your extended family, the chosen family. You say Ayami, Madriana, Dash, Eos, Slate, Weslyn. You see Eldrin. Then it goes further back. You see people that you really admire. You see Remington. You see everybody in Psychonatoshi whose name I just forgot because I'm on the spot. And then you see people that go up beyond that you've interacted with. You see Gusto. You see some of the students from the Arcanum. You keep moving back further and further, and these constellations keep connecting dots and making familiarities. And somewhere deep within that, you do see Aurelia of the Broken Glade. But you have no way to connect to that dot and connect to those threads and speak to them, but you can see them. When you work on this ability more, you may be able to connect to her in more of an impactful way. But this ability at the moment doesn't quite work like that. It's something new to you. But there's one more thing that begins to happen as you move closer back to your present state, right in the center of all of that. Images of people you don't know begin to appear. But you can recognize one as like your grandmother, but younger. And some people around her. And some people around your grandfather, but younger. And people around him. And you start to see the family tree branch out into this cosmic design. All the way back to 1. And he stands there holding a sword, and as you go further away, it's almost as if the cosmos itself is on fire around it. You see celestial bursts, solar energy. You see cosmic creation all around one figure. And as you open your eyes, you realize you're holding your sword and it's gently flaming, and you don't even remember picking it up or holding it. There's just something. Yeah.
He takes a deep breath. And he kind of flicks the sword from over his head down, like as if he would remove the blood from the blade, as he was used to do in the battles. And he keeps the back of the blade back onto the saya, goes forward gently until the tip of the sword clicks in, and he moves the swords in, and he breathes out, and he bows down a little bit. He says, "Shikinara Mitsudai Komyo." And he moves back towards the crowd, to the boat, and let it sink.
He was laying in the sand, Weslyn joining them, and Madriana there with Dash with the 2 kids, and Hatsu has joined.
So you just left the boat out there?
It was a bit of a different way
That's
back.
not exactly a problem, Dash.
Got the flag though.
You stole
First
the
of
flag?
all, you like to swim, so you can go and get it if you're really that bothered. Secondly,
All right,
I could go and get it.
Hold the kids.
No.
Your kids, your problem.
If you give them to me, I'm burying them in the sand and not telling you where.
You wouldn't do that.
Do you want to try it?
You wouldn't do it to Lissa.
Do you want to try it?
The spiteful version of me says no. But also,
You
right, spiteful version says yes. But no.
One version of you wants to bury your own kids. Anyways, I got a flag.
You
Why?
stole a flag, yes.
Oh, Weslyn, hey, how you doing? So I've got a feeling that if we sail around with this flag, some other people may not like this flag and therefore shoot cannonballs at our faces.
Why would they not like the flag?
What if they don't like your face? Do they also shoot your face? Or do they shoot the flag?
I think they
Harder
should
to see the
both.
face.
So is this game kinda facts with flags or something?
Pretty much is, depending on what ship is underneath which flag. Some of them have enemies based on that flag. Therefore, I believe that we should make this flag neutral, so we are not shot
Who's
upon.
neutral?
That I don't know. That I'm hoping you know.
I think you're the only neutral person that I know.
Hmm.
I mean, Palparoth is
Maybe
fairly
Weslyn.
neutral, but I think she means flag of a region that it could supposedly represent.
Or flag of a
Palparoth might be the
clan, or
safest.
flag of a different type of,
Palparoth
faction.
is the king's flag, isn't it?
Correct, or some version of it, so
So then the
Probably the
military
safest.
flag can stay, right?
I think that's Verdwar flag though.
Yeah, this is the Verdoir one. But
Oh.
not just that, but I don't think a Palprofium flag would be a good idea either. Because
I mean,
most of
People
them ships
dislike
are
it, but
merchant, which would mean that people would probably think there's stuff to rob from there.
and I have no money or pockets, so
And we know there's a lot of pirates out there, at least 6 gangs of them.
yes,
DM,
that is
Above the question table, DM, would Dash know of any like not-for-profit organizations?
I'm not allowed to answer questions that are above the question. I can only answer questions that are directly the question. Sorry, what was the question that was above the question? I was too
Would Dash
busy
know of any
sassing you.
kind of not-for-profit organizations, kind of like, I don't know, like the Isles version of Greenpeace or some shit?
Yeah, I mean, there are in Arboris some that protect the trees and different things like that, but they wouldn't, again, be on ships or anything like that. You'd be more
Oh, look, it's the
looking...
Blue Cross.
but it's literally just a blue cross. Yeah, I mean, no, but also, like, there's no reason you can't just make one up. It's your whole
Yeah.
persona is that you lie about who you are, right?
Yeah, well, I was thinking more in terms of ones that they kind of look at, go, ugh, they won't have anything worth stealing. So, like, not-for-profit on the Blue Cross, like Red Cross, maybe there's, Doctors Without Borders type of organizations that go in and out of Palparoth.
When I was back home, I remember our fisher boats didn't have any symbols at all.
There's a bit of a difference between a fishing boat and this. Anyone that
Seafarer.
has this money would want their name recognized. That's the
And
problem.
if they don't have a flag, they'll assume you have something to hide and will come and rob whatever you're hiding.
Maybe we can rough it up a little bit. Put some nets on. We don't have nets.
Not quite sure what kind of fishing boats you're used to, but I don't think I've ever seen a fishing boat that big.
big fish.
This would be big for
Oh,
a fishing vessel, but this would be small for a military vessel. It's a speedy little thing. In the scale of military.
What if we make our own symbol? That should be
That's-
neutral.
That's possible. And at least it would be unrecognizable without further
Being neutral 'cause
inspection.
no one knows it.
The trouble is, if it's not recognized, would people go, maybe something to steal?
No, they'll
as
go,
opposed to
who are you? And
something
we go,
Oh, for sure.
not the enemy.
I did have one other
And
idea.
we
It's
have Aldrin, the Madriana, they can fly out and throw shit.
And then we will be the enemy.
not literal shit, right?
No.
Okay, thank
Depends
you.
on the
Or
enemy.
well, maybe. I don't know.
Monkeys in some forests do that.
Dry monkeys.
Not the other tree
Look forward to seeing those.
What was your idea, Madriana, before we lose the run of ourselves?
Why would you give me that foreshadowing? Now I can just attack you with flying monkeys. I mean, come on, man.
Yes.
Pretty fly.
Is that? Oh my god.
What we... It's risky. We could always put on the emblem of Scorchwood. Pretty much no naval company would attack that.
I mean, making
Unless they're Scorchwood.
the symbol is a burning stick.
Yeah, it's poking into feces.
Oh,
No, I don't know what it is. I assumed that they would have ships and they would have their own symbol.
you don't have to if they're a faction. Yeah.
I think it's a man on a cross that's burning.
That's just
Burning Man?
To be honest,
That's a festival.
I think our own symbol is probably the best bet because then we don't risk treading on anyone's toes. Sure, maybe someone gets curious, but
You don't have a symbol, Ash.
I said ours,
Exactly.
we can
Not
make one.
yet.
Oh,
We also don't have a name.
Actually,
the rising pearl.
Yeah, just
I do have an idea for a symbol.
crescent moon on a purple.
Give me a minute
flag.
to draw it.
What about a red raven?
I like ravens.
Bruh.
A white raven.
You like anything black enough that's darker than your soul?
We
Dash?
could name the ship the Ivory Crow.
Or the black pearl.
Oh yes.
We have rising pearl and we have black pearl.
What was-
I do like the Black Pearl.
Eldrin, you're good with flags, aren't you? Just gonna stand in silence. Okay.
There
I
is
got a flag.
there is a possibility. I could tell you about the bricks under Steel Guard flag.
What's that look like? Is it a monkey throwing poo?
Birds.
No, it's not. It's more or less built from fire, and the fire of a forge has the emblem of the Steel Guard on it. It's but we don't have ships,
We have that ship.
so it being on a ship may be quite weird. But landlocked regions can have navies. There's no reason against it.
I guess they have to patrol rivers and lakes
I think it Ash has
Control
very
rivers and
confusing.
lakes.
and just
Okay.
chasing waterfalls.
So imagine that this is a red circle. I don't have any colors because I'm not a child.
Oh.
But imagine this is a red circle. What about a red moon with white wings?
Ooh.
And yes, that is
Can-
the moonings. Don't take the piss. I
Could-
like my notepad.
Could it be a rising moon?
I mean, I don't know how you draw that. Look, I'm not exactly an artist. I'm just giving. Dash, will you
that's
fucking
amazing.
draw this better, please?
Yes, one moment.
He
And
just
Dash will
Dash
draw
starts
better, but better is exactly what Ryan drew.
Dash starts drawing, and he starts just humming some words to himself, something about seeing a bad moon rising, and he just starts, just really getting the shading right. And
That's John Fogerty.
wouldn't know who that is in this world. John Bon Fogerty.
What a mixture of two very different people.
Yeah. So, yeah, you draw up a symbol that at some point I will have to somehow digitize, but we'll figure that out later.
Okay.
But yeah, so you draw it. So sorry, give me a description, rundown of it, so I can just take note here very quickly.
Well, the image that Madriana would have drawn would have been a red moon, encompassed like it was being like hugged from behind, almost from white wings. But on the red moon, there'd also be traces of essentially Weslyn's tattoos. So like that kind of patterning over it, and then with like a golden glow around it.
So the blue pattern,
Or
or
like
would
a
it?
half golden, half red glow to symbolize Hatsu and Aldrin.
Should we reference the blood moon on this flag? Is that not a bad symbol?
It's a red moon, not a blood moon.
Is not the blood moon red?
If your contract is
coincidence.
bad, isn't your tattoos bad as well?
You know, I'm sure I will have a lot to explain for myself if I ever make it home. These are enough to get me put on a boat.
What I'm trying to say is
We'll
it's
get you home.
about your decision, what you stand for. We have to give the symbol value.
Isn't it what the others give value to it? Those who see it?
No, those who represent it.
But the point of this is to convince others on the ocean that we are not to be trifled with, or to be trifled with, or not to be trusted, or to be trusted.
We will teach them
How?
with the wings and the tattoos. And Beach Boy.
We could do the moon like a white crescent and then the rest of it red, as if it's a white moon being eclipsed by the red moon, or vice versa. It could be the red moon passing by it. That way it has double meaning. Anyway, it's just an idea.
It's gonna take us a while to make a flag anyway.
We're not
Do we
going to
need
make
one?
the flag. We have the flag.
I
We just redecorate it.
paint it. Dye it.
And then when we get to Pelprof, your mother can stitch us a new one. So that it actually looks proper.
Yeah, fair. So when do we go?
Well, I believe the timeline, are we not, Weslyn?
Winter is fast approaching. But I don't think that I am as bound to that cycle as I was once. But the sooner we go, the better. I am, as I'm sure you're well aware, quite late for a very important date. Strange how that rhymes.
Is this to pick up the teachers? That's what you're talking about.
He is part of it, yes. I have somewhere I must go. Into the woods.
These woods here, or
And Arboras. But I have to go there.
okay?
We could go to the city known as Anbadan. That's what Alara called it. She said that the place that she found me was on Anbadan. The place where she lives is Anbadan. And there were many boats there, and many buildings, and many people. So, if we need things, we can go there, because there are people and things there. And more boats, so we could have more boats come to this place with as much as we need.
And where do we have to pick up the teachers from?
Alara, I think, is in the city. Delphine says that she is hiding in the woods outside of the city. She can't be seen there.
In Arboris.
In Anbadan,
So they're all there. Like, that's one place, one-stop shop, essentially.
it seems to be convenient, yes.
That does seem rather convenient.
Good fortune, maybe?
Where'd you some?
I don't quite believe in good fortune, just what you make, but okay.
How long do we think it will take us to get there? I'm more concerned about the people here at the moment. I'm sure they'll survive. And
Yeah, we could always send a boat back while we are in the area. We could hire boats to go back. I think I have a way to send things back a little faster than a boat, maybe. It's just an itch in the back of my mind.
Okay, but where is it? My geography is not exactly strong.
Ambadon?
Yes.
Arboras? I went on a boat there when the man with the horns, Remington, came. And Eos and Hatsu, we left on a boat in Ambadon. And we sailed to the Pearl. Do you not remember? Things get messy, I guess, in dreams. I'm fairly sure we left from there. It was like a week. It's a bit foggy.
a week is okay.
A week on those little ships that we came in on?
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should be able to make it in 4 days with a full crew. The ship's rather spry.
Well, then we'll be able to go get supplies and send the boat back and forth at least twice by the time whatever needs to be done is done in the area. Right? Yeah.
Sounds like good math.
Yeah. I can help with money. I have money.
So tomorrow, we'll set sail.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go talk to Lissa.
Oh yeah.
I need to make sure all the people are going to be okay, and anyone that needs immediate medical attention, they're okay before I leave.
I might need immediate medical attention shortly.
Before you guys go, do we know anyone like a seamstress that she kind of like holds up the flag?
I do know a very good seamstress, but she's not here.
What do you need?
need?
Medical tents. I need to get this flag fixed before we go.
I have stitches for people. I can try stitch a flag. I'm happy to give it a go.
DM, could I use my disguise kit to like paint the flag up?
Oh, show. It's fine with me. That or forgery kit, if any of you have one. Both are fine.
Cool.
Probably falls under the umbrella of forgery a wee bit more, but disguise kit will do in a pinch. May not be permanent, but it'll get you by.
Nice.
Cool. I have my makeup.
You or
I
Dash?
never did ask you. Why do you have makeup, Dash?
Disguises. If you ever needed to not be purple, for example.
I think you also have
Or if I
fabric and stuff
needed
in there,
to
right?
be purple.
So, like, you do
Oh, yeah.
have... I don't feel like your
I rolled
disguise
that
kit
one on
is just
disguise
like
kit.
a mascara collection or something. Yeah. You rolled a nat one on
I
the disguise kit?
rolled in that one of the
It's a
disguise
box
kit.
of crayons.
You... Of course you did. So he leans down over the flag.
Good lord.
He leans down over the
Baby
flag.
pukes all
and
over it.
He goes to sort of adjust it. What he doesn't realize is that where Eos had lay it, there was actually a small sort of pit beneath it, so he slips and falls in. In doing so, he grabs onto the flag for support and pulls a little hole into it.
As you mean, as he's falling, he moves his arms to protect the two children that are attached onto him.
Oh, yes.
That is what would happen.
You land on your back, and the children are completely still sleeping and are A-okay because I ain't messing with that. We're good. We're not touching that. Not until the first pirate fight.
I'm carrying them everywhere.
Yeah. No, I definitely did not. I've definitely put him in jail. He just doesn't see it yet. In this instance, because of Kian's terrible, terrible rolls, I'm not going to punish the children. That's the better way to phrase it. Yeah, you managed to... Oh, do I have to make you make a dexterity check for that? I don't. We're fine. I'm going to just... You auto-succeed in parental Spider-Manning. Like, we've all seen videos of, like, moms and dads just doing crazy things with, like, to protect their kids.
The superhero reaction.
We'll just give him one of those passes. Yeah.
So, 1 point of exhaustion?
2 points of exhaustion would be a good idea, maybe, I think.
Yeah, one for each kid.
Yeah, one for each kid, right?
Yeah.
This guy.
Oh, we're staying on the high seas for ages right now.
I could fly away.
I would say that the kids aren't involved because you were going to decorate the flag. I don't think you would have 2 kids in your hand while you're leaning over to paint the flag. You handed them off to somebody who kept them safe. You fell into the hole. You grabbed the thing. You ripped the flag. It's all your fault. You get blamed. There we go. We did it.
Yeah.
You put a hole in
who
the
has
flag.
the kids?
I do. Give me those lamps.
Perfect. He's getting his tattoo gun ready.
Yeah. See, we'll just check it out with a little bit of a minor illusion just to see what they would look like with some tattoo. You know. Yeah, it's fine.
Dash, don't do that to me. Actually, that kind of looks cool.
Right?
And you bring it back to Lissa, and Dash loses his life. One thing at a time, Wesley. You have to get him to rename the kids first. After that, then you can.
Man, that is my sacred duty right now. I can't name someone born in autumn, Ash. That is a winter name.
It's just two terrible names.
Yeah. Well, that also
terrible names.
We are not slandering my children's names anymore. Thank you.
No, it's
says from the
slandering the people that named them.
You put a hole in the flag down.
You stole the flag.
Do we even need a flag?
Did she steal the flag though, or did I allow her to take it?
It's Major on a ship. She was there. She saw it.
Well, why not just put...
I'm going to put another hole in this flag.
Don't you dare. I'll put a hole in you.
A wave just like moves into the hole and slightly starts filling it. Dash is just soppy.
Eos looks away due to PTSD.
Dash like,
If it's a Madriana's boat, then shouldn't we just put a Madriana's base on the flag?
No.
Like, just... Why not?
There is logic to that.
Because it would get destroyed before we probably get out of this bay.
By who?
By people that don't like my father.
Well, but your father's not on the flag.
Yes, but okay. Okay. Let's say somebody wanted to hurt someone real close to you, but they couldn't find them, but they could find you. Who do you think they would go for?
They could find me?
Like, say they wanted to hurt the person. Say it was your mother. They wanted to hurt your mother, but they couldn't find her. But they found you. What do you think they might do to be able to hurt your mother?
Ask me what Eldrin is?
I can't see this conversation going where you think it's going to go.
Still in the pit.
I guess
just thought
logic
it was gonna
eludes
be
some
I like my
people.
pit.
Yeah. Because she's not vain, and she'd probably destroy it herself.
Yes, basically, I'm not vain enough to want my face on the flag. That's it, Algin. There we go. Yes.
Flash forwarded to the flag just being Dash's abs because he's definitely vain enough.
Wow.
All right.
Put Dash's flag or Dash's face on it.
No, we would definitely get killed multiple times over.
Well, then why have a flag since flags are so dangerous?
Because if you don't have a flag, that's almost seemed as dangerous as having one.
What is the least dangerous flag?
The white one. Just white.
Well, then a white one then.
Oh, in the Isles, that just means war.
Oh, the blue one.
Oh.
That's war, yeah.
Another crack at this disguise kit.
Like a
Okay.
Can we have a white flag with a red sun?
I'm going to say if you get a nat 1 again, you tear this flag in half. Okay. Just a 6? No worries.
That's a 6.
As you're climbing out,
Yeah.
you manage to pull it out of the hole, but there is probably no discernible way without repairing this first that you can disguise it, because it's too difficult with the hole that you've made in the flag directly in the center perfectly.
Donovan.
God damn it.
With how badly you can treat just a flag, I really do worry for your children.
Dash, you look over and see that they're illusioned to have Weslyn tattoos.
Children are fine.
What about
Whoever
a
put this
flag?
hole in the beach is really to blame.
Yeah, what about Gareth
Why lay a flag
Ironhelm?
over a hole?
We could do the flag of a hero. No one's gonna fight a hero.
That is the longest silence I've ever heard from this group.
Just like, how do we even address that?
If you're going to paint it on until we can get until Dash gets his finger out of his ass and actually creates a symbol for us and have his mum stitch it, why not just do something simple like a sea turtle?
Ooh,
I like turtles.
turtles are fun.
Turtles are cool.
But what that
I
makes
heard of a man once that actually got off of an island by strapping sea turtles to his feet. That was kind of interesting.
How did he strap them to his feet?
It was rope created from the leaves of the trees on the island.
Oh,
Hair. I think he also
Oh,
used
yes,
hair.
it was his hair. Oh, you heard about that too? Yes,
I like
there you go.
Everybody heard about it.
he was on the island with just one pistol and infinite rum.
As we ponder
Oh,
what the
rope was
group will
still
do for the remaining evening before they set sail, we'll take a quick break.
Oh,
Because last time I forgot to take a
step on
break
any
and
more
we were like,
IPs.
yeah, like we ended the stream, but I think everybody just ran to the restroom. So instead, I'll give us the reprieve of. We'll try and push for no longer than 10 minutes, but we'll be back sooner if we can. Enjoy the boss fight. There is a boss fight in chat. You just, when it comes up in chat, you'll see, just press exclamation point in your chosen class. Enjoy fighting the boss. We appreciate having a high number of viewers today. Thank you so much for being here. The hype trains, the
Nice.
subs, the gifts, everything. We appreciate you all. It's good to be back. We will, on that note, be right back. BRB.
BRB.
Thank you, Kian. We're back. For fuck's
hey,
sake.
you said it in that rhythm, it went straight to my brain.
Yeah, it's fine. Hello, my friends. We are back. Thank you for being so patient and hanging in there with us. We are caffeinated, beveraginated, and ready to go. My friends, this is your final evening on the Crescent Pearl for the foreseeable. What are you doing?
Gosh, you put a hole in the flag. How
Don't
are
lay
we
it
going
over
to...
a hole on the ground.
I know.
Okay,
I
I'm
was
not
in
solely
the
to
hole in
blame
the
here.
ground, and you put a hole in my flag. Now,
Why did you
how-
put the flag over the hole in the ground where I couldn't see the
Because
hole in the ground?
I was
This is
in
on
the
you.
ground, and the flag was on top of me. I'm small. This is the way life is.
So you
We
laid
can
it
patch
over
it with
the-
Dash's new suit.
You cannot.
What about the old suit? You don't need it anymore. You have a new suit.
We could find the suit.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Are
I'm
we
very
the
interested how your
hot
brain
sauce
works.
I wouldn't know how that would work exactly.
Anyway, yes, feel free to use my suit as fabric to patch it up.
Take it off then.
The old one's in the trunk.
He goes
What else you
over
got in
to
the
his
trunk?
2005 Nissan Micra, opens up the trunk, and
Wow.
Oh, I forgot you have a trunk because you don't have a safe. That's right.
Or a vault.
Don't need one.
Anywho, we need to make progress here and get Wes to his appointment.
That would be ideal.
I
Better go have a conversation with Lissa.
as the night rolls in, I'll go through each of you, and we can figure out what you need to do to say your goodbyes, hellos, or accomplish whatever you need to accomplish. the journey itself to Anbadan, sailing on your ship, or a major on a ship, or whatever you want to put it. The distance, assuming you're skipping every other point, is 6. So 2, so 8. 38. 150 miles is how far you have to go. Assuming you go fairly direct throughout the process. That's how far away Anbadan is to you. In terms of, like, not as the crow flies, in terms of your journey around the isle to get there, would be 150. I believe there are speeds and stuff that I can give to you. I have all of that. I may have posted it somewhere for you already, but I'll find it for you. But that needs to be considered. But because of that, I would imagine somewhere in there you have time for a long rest. So the things that you need to do will, you can use spell slots and stuff and not be too worried, I would say, because you're probably either going to be on a long rest or on the very, very cusp of one, and you can just have one the first night you're there or something, It's not going to be far off of a long rest. So, yeah. So, who wants to go first?
Well, while you're fixing this, I'm going to go over to the ship and tell them to get ready. Make sure they have the boat ready to go. One of you are going to have to recruit some more people, though. This is a 10-man ship. I have 8 there. So we need at least 2 more, but honestly, we could do with a second 10-man as well, just in case.
Aye.
Thank you.
10 men plus us.
Well, I don't know how proficient you are with guiding a boat, but I know that I don't know fuck all about it. So I don't know how helpful we're going to be.
Weslyn's just chilling back in an oak chair with a little sailor cap on.
Yep.
Where do you get that
Come
hat?
on, Popeye.
I manifested it.
These bloody patron skills. Right. And I'm going to take off and fly over and basically start telling them to get the ship ready and start doing what I can do to get the ship ready as well.
Bring the rowboat back with you.
Get it yourself.
Wasn't you meant the kids for a few minutes?
I'll watch these lambs.
Don't actually tattoo them.
They're
I
going
have
to
no
get
need to tattoo
sacrificed.
them.
Okay. All right, Dash is going swimming.
If they don't get sold to a patron, I'm going to be very surprised.
Whoa.
Yeah. Dash swims towards the boat. That's going to take a while, though, because they're about, like, kind of a kilometer out or so.
That's about 10 minutes.
But it's Dash, so I'm going to give him 26 minutes to get there. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you're pretty athletic. You're fine. Actually, I don't know if you are athletic, but you're nimble.
Acrobatic.
You're nimble.
Yes. So, canonically good swimmer. We've established that early in game. I will bring us back to the swimming sessions with Eldrin. Don't you finger wag me.
Finger of shame. No.
With it's going to be very you need a lot of energy. You're about to row back with the rowboat as well.
Yep.
So I'm going to say it takes you I'll say it takes you the guts of half an hour to get there, take a moment to catch yourself, and then row back with the rowboat and kind of get it all set up. So I'll say that takes about half an hour. That probably seems to be the easiest way to. I'm sure
Plus
you can do
10
it
minutes
quicker.
of running slow motion to the shore.
Oh yeah, so an hour and a half, because that's half an hour plus 10.
Cool.
Yeah. While he's doing that and Weslyn is babysitting, does somebody have anything that they wish to do?
Goose is going to. She doesn't have to seal anymore. Okay. She's going to hang
Who
out
has
with
to
Ducky
seal?
for a while. I believe it was taken by somebody else because I did ask this question before we poofed out of Saganatoshi. Because Ducky was turned into
Majorana gave it to
Mouse
Dash at that time, I think, because she left it with a note. Where's the Hatsu, maybe?
That was
the
Hatsu, yeah.
I can't remember. It's been a beat, but somebody should have it, I'm pretty sure. So it'll be in someone's inventory if they want to double check. But yeah, you spend some time with Ducky.
Yeah.
Are you preparing Ducky for journey, or are you going to leave them here?
Preferably prepare for journey. So she's going to hang out at the beach with Ducky until the little robot comes back and gets that horse on boat and onto the ship. That's the plan. Also, she's going to pack some fish and stuff into her backpack for food along the way because we need a little bit of grub.
Yeah, that's fair. Things will be a little more difficult because you had a resident chef and now you don't, so that will be something to consider moving forward as well.
We do not have anyone who knows something about that.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody knows a little something about that. Yeah, that made me really sad. But yeah, so you, I'll say, how do you want to do that? Because any ration you take is taking it from the hands of someone here who might need it. So how do you guys want to approach that with rations? Because there are a significant amount of rations here, but obviously that's a majority of what they have. That's their medical supplies, that's their rations, that's their stuff. So how do you guys want to approach that?
Dibs.
Okay, all the rations go on the ship.
No, not dibs.
Hatsu's gonna prepare power balls, so he basically rations the ration.
Fish power balls.
I've got my fishing equipment with me, so I'm fine for food resourcefulness.
Eldrin, I can't remember, but do you have the ability to make food? I know certain clerics can. I'm not sure if you can.
I do indeed. I was going to wait for the opportune moment.
Oh shit, I'm so sorry. Oh yo. Oh, it steps on your toes.
We'll reverse
sorry.
30 seconds.
What I meant to
There's a
say is,
moment's
Eldrin,
time.
you're useless here, so let's talk to someone else. So sorry, Chief. So sorry.
No,
I try not to steal beats. I just know that about clerics. I was like, can you do that? Is that your thing? Sorry.
Wait. There we go. Sorry, I've just tuned back in there. Yeah, so power balls, as I say, if we are extremely stuck, I can provide, and just leave it at that and just be like, I can provide, no context.
Roast chicken and stuffing with roast potatoes. Oh yeah.
It would be a feast.
Is this
But I
a
can't
situation
provide.
like the trees where no one's going to actually explain how it appears?
Get back to work, Dash.
Dash,
He's
I'm
gonna
going to
lay some
stab
eggs.
someone.
the trees sprung to life, and they will provide, as will I.
How did they spring to life, Eldrin? Like, 1 minute there's nothing, and then there's sakura trees everywhere.
I don't know. They're just.
Why am I asking this? I'm halfway out at the ocean at the moment.
Usher to the sky. We're shouting at each other from like I'm the medical tent, and you're like out there, and I'm like usher into the sky.
What's your name?
I'm not replying to you. I'm going into the medical tent to make sure that like the other people are, because I'm like there's too much of a delay. I hear like the waves crashing,
Fuck you,
and I hear
Ezekiel.
him going, "What's your name?" And I'm like, he's lost it. He's getting gout out there or something. I don't know. I just turn around. I go into the medical tent, and I'm just trying to see if there's anyone that needs any kind of immediate needs before I do depart.
I mean, there's still people who are injured, but we're not dealing with like the serious stuff. We're dealing with more the still recovering from whatever over a week ago now. So like a lot of the more serious stuff, all of the more serious stuff has been dealt with at this point. So it's entirely up to you if you want to just help the people who are kind of on the mend with like sprains and stuff like that. That's okay. But we're not talking anything like severe, serious, life-threatening anymore. Those people have all been helped and saved. So
Okay.
the reward for that, of course, being this bountiful pink blessing around you. Like you helped a lot of people, and in return, you were helped. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if might seem kind of selfish to be like, if they're all right, they're all right. But it's more of a, like, as long as everyone's going to live, that's the level I'm like, okay, you are fine. You're not going to die. Your ankle will be fine in a week. You're okay. You're not dying. You just got the wind knocked out of you kind of thing. If that's the level of like everyone is stable, I am good to go. That's all I'd like to do.
Cool. Everyone is indeed stable.
Super.
Cool. All right. So Eos is working on food. Aldrin is helping the last few with some more normalized healing, not necessarily magical. Dash is rowboating, and you want to talk to Lissa when you're back. We'll come to that in a sec.
That's why he's rowboating, to avoid that conversation. Yeah.
She's waiting for you on the shore, flipping a dagger up and down. Wondering why her children are tattooed.
Are you back with your milk and cigarettes?
Yeah, exactly. Why is the rowboat going the other direction?
Oh my god. The nearest milk store is in Palparos.
Madriana, Ahatsu, Weslyn, either of you guys, is there anything more particular you want to do? I know, Madriana, you touched on the basics of setting things up. Is there something more specific that you want to do, for example, with that?
There is a couple of things. One, I am looking to, when we get to wherever we're going to go, this is to tell you so you can maybe get that ready. The thing I want to try and do is I basically want to try and smuggle some stuff from wherever we're going back to the Isles here, stuff that's going to help.
There's no like customs here, so
ships,
it's not super like necessary to smuggle it, but you mean in case like you get raided or something, you want to make sure nobody takes the supplies. Okay.
Exactly. So now I know the more valuable stuff that we might be able to bring back that will be good for us and stuff. Obviously we have locked holds and stuff like that in the hull of the ship and stuff like that. But in these kind of ships, especially ones owned by my father, I can imagine there's a secret like room or place to put stuff. So essentially I want to make sure that, one, I can break into that first of all and repurpose it for myself, and two, make sure that it's fit for purpose.
So the main thing is this is mostly a military ship, but it has been retrofitted with some extra verdoir sprinkled in. The person who is the best among the group at finding that kind of stuff has just rowed back from that ship, so it would be really funny to me if you just included him and said, hey, we have to go back to the ship. But you can do whatever you want. But Dash has shown already when you were in Asazaki that he can find hidden doors, hidden passages, hidden things. That's like his thing. So it's up to you if you want to include him.
Who found the hidden door in the school?
Fair. So it's up to you if you want to include him. That's fine. He has an actual ability to do that, so that's why I'm mentioning it.
I know. But it's whether she would want to even ask him for help.
But that's why it's funny to me if he rows back and he's like gone 30 minutes, he swims all the way over, rows back, and you're like, hey, we have to go over to the boat. That just sounds pretty funny in my head.
Well, look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a go myself.
Cool. No worries.
And if not, then I'll wait until he just steps off the boat, and then I'll pick him up and fly him back over.
Okay. You're a monster.
Yes, I am.
Yes, listen, I'll be right with you, but Madriana needs me back.
You won't even get to say yes. It'd just be like hand over the mouth, like gone.
That's it. Madriana, you head over to the ship. I'll get you to... This is going to be investigation, I think, to try and see if what you can understand about the overall process. Oh my god, Weslyn's playing with a deck of cards. I don't know how I feel about that. I just saw your chat. A 19.
19.
You know your dad well enough. Down in the back of the cargo where usually all the barrels are stored for food and usually where you would find ammunition and stuff, but in this case there are no weapons aboard this ship. So why is there an armory? So you go over and you start looking around, you open it, it's empty, but it still doesn't make sense. You sort of move around the ground, sort of part of it, the flooring, the ground doesn't make sense on a ship, but the flooring, the wood, the things, and you sort of click your hand under one of the bars that would be around the armory area, and it sort of clicks, and this little panel hatch opens, and in there is a small smuggler's nook. Enough for several supplies and potentially 2 infants should the time come.
Perfect. So all I wanted. And then it literally is getting the ship fit for purpose. I do have a room on here. I could possibly retrofit it to fit a couple of us maybe, so we can take it in turns. But yeah, that's essentially what it'll be.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's yeah, no, that's not a problem. For smuggling and stuff, obviously pirates and stuff know that kind of thing. So if you do get raided, and if that's a potential thing, or if the police force looking for you, for example, or something, they will have to make checks. It's not a guarantee that that kind of thing works, but there is certainly, to put it mildly, there are certain advantages to having it prepared like that. So it was a good thing to have that set up established. Cool. All right. So Madriana is doing things. You said there's a couple of things. Is there anything else you wanted to prep?
I think that was it. I kind of want to just. I want to prepare the actual ship crew as well, that this isn't the ride home, but that will be coming soon. Now, whether that's the truth or not is a different matter, but that's essentially what she's doing.
Okay. Yeah, you established that, you know, it's going to be a minute before you drop them off, maybe on the way back, you know, that kind of thing. And they're like, all right. So there is a crew of 8 there that are willing to help. They are going to have to be a part of the food process and all of that, otherwise they will die. So you have to consider those things when you're bringing people on board.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so you have 8 extra people. Just remember that when you're dealing with foods and stuff. Aldrin, you do have limitations on your spell, for example. So you have limitations on how many power balls you can safely bring on board a ship and how long they last, that kind of thing. So just keep all of those things and factors in mind. Cool. Hatsu and Weslyn, I don't mind which of you wants to go next.
Hatsu was actually about to get the people together, make a little speech, and ask if somebody is proficient in handling a ship and stuff. But that's done, I guess. So he will have a speech regardless. He will gather the people. And he would stand there with... He would ask Mom to come as well. And Asuka, Ayame, and Boreal.
Yep. Your family stand behind you. Yeah.
To some weird reason, Boreal sounds so Spanish to me. So I imagine like an owl with like a Mexican head and a guitar. I don't. So he he stands up straight. And for the first time, he would do something that none of the Toshitsugu have ever did, as far as he knows. And he would start with Nakama, which means community, more or less. Friends group, people you would study with. There's still a lot of work to do, and we are short of supplies. We will head out to get those supplies, get some of the old good souls that have worked and lived here on this island back if we can. You have to hold on, help each other, and you have to ration tide. There's still a lot of people in the book, and you might have witnessed Dash and Lissa's beautiful children. I want you to understand there's different varieties of being on this very planet. And we should start respecting that a little bit more. Embrace it. Judge people by their doings, not by their looks. And we might be able to make a change. Like this land got changed from rock and no plants to a flourishing island with people that care. Take care of yourself.
There's a slight applause, but it's more considerate than that. There's a lot of pride in the Toshitsugus, not just from within the Toshitsugu clan, but from the people of Saigo Toshi. And this is a good solemn reminder of why. In terms of motivating the people of previously Saigo Toshi, now of the Pearl, you have done that quite well. Regardless, there's no failing here. There's no anything that steps in the way of that in terms of what I'm about to ask you to do. But I would like a performance check from you, please, if you wouldn't mind.
Hi. Would you allow for the Springs and Sparkles to include the sword into that performance? And he tries to embrace the will of the ancestors with all that is in his soul, with the intention to unite, to feel something that is worth moving on for in that regard.
I'll let you add your proficiency bonus to this roll. So I believe that is currently 3 for you guys, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can add a 3 to your roll using the sword. This may not work every time, but in this situation, given who you are talking to, who that you're talking to, let's put some salt on it, yeah. Go for it.
A 17. Solid.
Solids are 10s. It's way above solid. Yeah, you motivate these people more than you realize. Over the time while you're away, they will be able to accomplish more using that motivation than they originally were going to. They will proceed further in terms of buildings and using what they have and what they can. One of the benefits of Saigo Toshi is that of course the use of nails and stuff would be better, building stronger buildings, better buildings is fine, but they also use special techniques in wood crafting where they create joints from interlacing parts. And inspiring and motivating them to do so, they will use what they can to make what they can. Still, better tools would get them further, faster, but they will get further from your speech. They will also give a lot more patience, both through Dash's actions and your speech, towards Dash's children. The people of the Pearl are forgiving, considerate, and they're ready for a new age. One that is led by the vision of Hatsuto Shitsuko. Well done.
Yo.
He starts dancing and singing on the...
Yeah, that was about it. He would bow very deep in front of his mother, and he would turn towards the ship without looking back.
No problem. With that in mind, we will jump to, I think Weslyn is the only one who hasn't had a beat yet, besides Dash, who has to have an RP moment. We will come back to that and reflect on that towards the end, because it's a little bit easier to do that in one roll.
Besides Dash, who needs a beating?
Yeah, he's definitely going to get a beat, for sure.
Yeah.
You already fell in a hole, man.
He's already bait.
I'm going to
Sorry,
start
bait.
whipping back.
What? Can't. You're rowing a boat. Wesley's going back to the grove. He has a few things he needs to do over the course of the remainder of the day and into the night in preparation. Most importantly, there is this strange thing that was left behind by his patron. This deck of cards wrapped in his fur stole. And in the stillness of the grove, this now very pink place, and knowing that he has been imbued with a great amount of power, he's going to put some of that to use. Just a fraction of it, of course, because it's still quite scary stuff to play with. But this is simple. He's seen this done before. It's done by a man who knows a little bit about something about everything. He remembers the words that were used. He begins the ritual, laying the cards on the table to identify the properties of this deck. Then he'll spend the 10 minutes to pull on the threads that surround it to get a sense of what it is, if anything.
If anything is an interesting term of words, choice of words, because it's not just a deck of anything, it's a deck of many things.
What does that mean exactly?
This is something wondrous, something powerful. Through it you sense the vizier, the sun, the moon, the stars, the comet. Surrounding them are things like the void, the flames, a skull, ruin. But in all things you find balance. Even the jester and the fool. It's almost as if this deck is telling you a story. But I will put forth that this contains every house of magic, every style of magic, good and bad. This is the most chaotic, powerful thing you've ever held, examined, looked at. This could make or break your world.
Why is it here is the question that he's got going through his head.
Deep within this, you sense more than just magic. You sense entities, you sense conjuration, you sense creatures, you sense possibility and wonder. Everything from your deepest, most powerful wishes coming true in an instant, to the blackest voids of disaster, destroying the land itself. The potential for creatures that you've never even heard of, beyond the limitations of even a raise threat, something deeper, older. Visions of possibilities fly through your every being, every fiber of what you are, your heart, mind, body, and soul. Within this deck of cards is the experience to raise you beyond any level of power that you've ever known, ever even heard of. To give you access to tools and weapons that this world has never known. To give your mind the ability to process anything, or to take it all away and leave you with nothing or less.
Show it to Chicken.
Chicken the Fox would back away in apprehension, with a good seeming of recognition across their face. That pool is too deep for Chicken.
I'd love to know if you knew specifically what this was, Chicken, and why it's here right now. And what I'm supposed to do with this. Do we take it with us? Or do we leave it here?
Chicken the Fox silently watches as you decide. The choices are seemingly endless, but the possibilities are as well. It could be something that saves you in a pinch, but it could also be something that devastates whoever might stumble across it. Things of this level of power have a way of finding their way into hands.
Yeah.
They don't stay lost forever.
That is bad. That is the worry. And who do I know that can be entrusted with such a thing?
There once was a vault for such items. But unfortunately that vault is gone so long as the person who wielded and powered that vault.
Well,
is not
I mean, he's not dead, as far as I know. As far as recent memory. Delphini may be the best point of contact for such a weird bit of power, but I don't think letting it out of our hands is the way to go. So instead, I will draw them, not to pull a card, but I will draw them on some of the scrap wood that was made up of this table. I will do my best to give as much indication as to what they are. Wesley doesn't know how to write, but he can draw. And along with a leaf of this strange alien plant, this strange god plant. With the remainder of his time, he will perform a rite. Summon a creature that possesses a box. And he'll place the leaf and then this drawing of these cards inside the box. and command the creature to take it to Delphine. With the leaf he thinks that she will be capable enough of handling. Maybe she'll have more insight on what he's trying to communicate through this drawing. And upon the command, the creature disappears, and as per the spell, Galder's courier, and we'll send it to her directly. And we'll pop that into Speedy Courier. Bam. So it'll appear in front of her. She's got 10 minutes to do what she will with the contents before it returns.
A small creature emerges as though from the air itself before you. It opens a box, and the box becomes comically large to this small figure, to accommodate or fit whatever you may need to put within it. But it is 3 by 3 by 3. So right down in the middle, you put down the deck of cards and the sleeve.
No. Keeping the cards.
Oh, keeping the cards.
Sending that drawing on the little plank.
Just the drawing. Apologies. Misunderstood. Sorry. Thought you were saying both. You place the... I'm glad I confirmed. You place the drawing down. And with that, the box closes and almost gets engulfed by this creature, and it disappears in a tiny little hurricane. A small bit of dust swirls around and vanishes.
Also sending a sample of that god plant, the god tree, god thing.
Did you include a note or anything with it, just to confirm?
He doesn't know how to write. He can read every language, but he can understand every language. He just can't write. He's only magically literate. But yeah, he will send a sample of the plant, because that's kind of in her wheelhouse. And since she deals with things in the dream, she deals with strange magics that are outside the framework of this place, this planet. Unless the genie is from this place and this planet, but I doubt it.
Right.
He might know more about that drawing than she does. So between the two of them, there might be some insight as to both of these things, the living plant and this deck.
I believe when it comes to Speedy Courier, rules as written states that it's not clear if someone can send something back, but I think rules as intended, was supposed to be that it's one way. But that doesn't exclude her ability to respond or reply. So we'll approach that. But for the moment, there would be no response in terms of the courier, but that also in itself would suggest that it has been accepted, if that makes sense. Nothing came back to you.
Yeah. And then he will he'll keep them wrapped in his fur stole for the time being. So now he's just kind of rocking the makeshift loincloth thing for the moment. He doesn't have his fancy fur stole on. Just gonna stuff that in his bag.
Right.
Or do I use it? Is that the point of this? Is that why we have this? Don't think so. Now's not the time. I'll know when the time is. We will know when the time is.
Chicken walks with you, but they would be the other side to the stole that you carry. They want to be with you, but not with what you carry. So they make it notable that they are walking with you. They are on your journey with you, but they're also apprehensive of what it is that's in your hands. It's a very powerful item.
One day you'll tell me your secrets, chicken. You'll tell me what you know.
Chicken walks trudging through the leaves of the trees and the roots in the dirt, and it's interesting because the dirt's kind of cracked around where the trees were. They came up quite quick. It didn't adjust to the soil. They just emerged from it. So the ground has to readjust, and you can see signs of that. And Chicken is running head down, not responding necessarily to what you're saying, but not that in itself, I guess, is a response.
Should I leave these? Should I not take these with me?
They just keep moving with you, as long as you are.
Very well. That's what Weslyn does. He's done all of his things. He's reached out to his teachers, and he'll spend the evening in the grove, in the company of Chicken. The stillness of this place.
The sun begins to rise on a day that harks a journey. Not your first, but the first you've had control over in a while. The first that hasn't felt life-threatening. The first that just feels like potential. Deep in the woods, the creatures stir. Snake between the rocks, birds on branches. Deep in the mountains, an invited guest of these isles awakens and begins her hunt for food. A much easier task now that many creatures live here, not just fish. The people of old Saigo Notoshi once again begin building, invigorated from the speeches of Hatsu, and filled with a promise of what is something new and exciting, something forgiving, and something accepting. Roughly 150 miles from now, you have somewhere to be. A rowboat waits for you on the shore. Dash, you sit in your room, looking at your children, newborns, fresh-faced. How do you feel?
Dash is very conflicted. There's a sense of inevitability, of forced destiny, almost. He's torn between being a good father now or being a good father for the next 30 years. He wants to be present for the formative times of his children, but he knows that if he stays, if he lets the world move on without trying to make it a better place, then it may never be the world that he can be comfortable his children would call home. So he's sitting there looking at them, knowing he has a choice in a certain sense, that he can choose to stay, he can choose to be there every day and care for them, look after them, make sure they're loved, but he could never guarantee that they would be safe. On the other hand, he can leave and try to do the work that needs to be done, make sure they're safe, but does something at the back of his mind says, does that make them feel less loved? And that's the internal battle he's fighting as the sun rises. So he sat there at the edge of the bed with his eyes on the verge of tears. But he knows that the choice is already made for him, really, that he's not a man that can sit and be watching the world go by. He's a man that believes he and the people around him have the ability to make the world something better, and that it's his job to see it through.
There is a known burden there, given that Dash himself has experienced something similar in his childhood. A father with what he is now learning is a clear motive or motivation that took him away from being a part of Dash's childhood. Is that something that is giving, like your current predicament, is that giving context for your past, changing that or revamping that in Dash's mind, or is that something that Dash just has already accepted and is building his own narrative around?
Yeah, there's a part of him that's like the wheel keeps turning kind of thing, where he's seen this before, it's happened to him, but he has that understanding, and he's hoping that the difference will be that he'll come back where his father couldn't, and that he will break that cycle there. He feels like he's almost repeating the mistakes, but knowing the mistakes, maybe he can go one better and move the dial a little bit. So yeah, it's heavy on his mind.
You feel a hand on your back as Lissa, with her fiery mane just all over the place, puts her hand on your back, sensing your unease. Have you slept?
Not much.
Are you okay?
You already know the decision I have to make.
Do you want us to come with you?
Desperately. But
Easily done.
I'm not sure that's the wise choice, at least at the offset.
You feel it's safer here?
I do.
These people will help with the children. I know I will not be burdened or stuck. But to lose my partner and my best friend in one journey, it is a little isolating. Anyway, I mean, we'll keep you safe, but...
There's a touch of selfishness about me here. That I feel like what I want and what I need to do are so at odds. I want you to come with me, I want them to come with me, but I know in my heart that can't really be an option right now.
Whatever decision you make, I will support. Because I am at odds
made,
too.
my dear. I have to go. I can't sit here and let the world decide our fate for us. There's too many wheels in motion, too many variables, too many dangers.
Where are you going?
Abundant to begin with.
Place of industry?
Place of industry, place of
Well, you know how much
opportunity.
I appreciate jewelry and shiny things. If one were to bring back a ring, one might appreciate such a thing.
Duly noted.
You know my past, my family, and I know yours. Perhaps not. Perhaps we need to look at what other cycles need to be broken for the betterment of ourselves and what we bring into this world next.
Do we really know our family? I mean,
We know our chosen family.
what our bloodline? I mean, look at them. I didn't think that would be from us.
Well, I've never seen anything more beautiful than them, so
They are spectacular.
believe me, if there was any threat to them, my blades would be crimson before anything touched them.
I don't doubt it. I hope whatever is in store for me resolves quickly. I don't want to miss too much of this.
Come home quick and come home safe. Otherwise, find a way to contact me. I know our common friend can communicate through dreams, so you have absolutely no excuse.
Excuses I don't want. But I can't promise my safety.
As I said, you have Ayami and Suko with you. I think that balances you nicely. They won't keep you out of trouble.
I doubt that.
They will keep you as out of trouble as they physically can, and that's enough for me, because even I cannot truly keep you out of everything that's happening.
I'm going to go before this becomes impossible.
You know I hate being woken, so it's taking all my strength not to just shank you here and now.
Enjoy your rest. Then he'll just kiss her, grab his stuff, and leave.
She rolls over as the door clicks shut, but she doesn't go back to sleep. After some time passes, she'll go and she'll hold the children and make sure that they are okay. And all the energy that she has to put into not having anxiety and fear for your journey and what comes next will be spent making sure that these kids are okay. But she will also look out the window as your ship does sail away momentarily. And though you probably wouldn't know it, all of her well wishes and, for the first time, prayer go into hoping that your journey is as safe and inarduous as possible. What has happened on these isles since you arrived with the people of Saikanotoshi, and even prior to that, but particularly now, has been nothing shy of a miracle. This isn't magic, this is more. The shape that it's taking, the safety that it offers, and what you've built here around your bastion and your old arcanum is absolutely phenomenal. So what comes from the next part of your journey should be more than interesting. You all meet on the beach. Dash is probably the last one to arrive. More things holding him back and slowing him down than the rest of you. A rowboat sits ready to go. A torn flag curled up inside it. What do you want to do now?
You'll start to try and navigate Ducky onto the little rowboat.
Who has the fucking seal?
This is the way.
This is not the way.
There are other questions that could be asked before we. Ducky is the size of the rowboat for context. So Ducky now stands in the rowboat while you all stand looking. Doesn't mean the rowboat can't go multiple times, but I would be very impressed if you can. Yeah, Road Eldorado is probably a good reference, actually, to be fair.
Horses can swim.
Hey, oh, yo, hey. Yo.
I can promise you horses can swim. I have seen it firsthand, and they
can.
They are funny looking when they swim, but they're great.
You just see the head. It's freaking hilarious.
The head and the hoofs, the front hoofs. It is literally like a doggy paddle. It's crazy.
This is Artex.
I wasn't swimming. I love how many times that has come up in our campaign. Like, it has to be over half of the episodes that we've mentioned Arthax.
Yeah. Listen, if Doug doesn't die in that manner at some point in this campaign, I'm going to be disappointed by the time we get to the end.
He can't die.
I actually think Rory would show up and cast Fireball IRL. So
that's how AOSI is in the swamp.
Yeah. Take me instead.
As long as the horse lives.
Dash, you approach your group. There's a part of you that still wonders if this is the right decision, but upon seeing their faces, you know what needs to be done. And suddenly the balance feels a little more shifted, but you'll always feel that presence behind you, the one that's calling you back home.
Dash will take a moment just as he arrives there, just sees them and feels like, okay, this is the right decision. He'll turn around and he's going to take out a candle from his backpack and just kind of seat it in the sand and light it. It'll burn for an hour. That's just kind of it's just a weird thing he feels is appropriate at that particular moment to do. Just a light of hope, I guess.
He feels a soft touch on his right shoulder. Well, maybe you can now realize that you're not only fighting for you.
I always said it wasn't about me, but it feels like it now. You're right.
Now you have purpose, and you will gain a lot of strength from that. You just have to channel it in the right direction.
He'll stand up and he'll place a hand on Hatsu's shoulder and just give him a nod. And then start moving towards the boat.
You find Ducky standing on the boat.
Who the fuck put this horse here?
Whose horse is that?
That's my horse.
I was going to say that. I was waiting for the opportune moment.
You make your moments. Seriously though, who has the fucking seal? Somebody has the seal in the inventory. Please check inventories and figure it out.
I looked through my inventory. I don't have
The
shit.
thing is, I still have it in my inventory because of the whole balance.
Someone
reading.
gives
right
it
there.
back to Eos. Problem solved. Thank you.
Oh,
You used the
thank
Yes,
seal.
use this.
Holy.
Oh,
Seal of approval.
By the beard of
thanks,
Tempestus.
Hatsu.
There's a horse, not a
Tempestus is
snail.
a beard.
I thought he had a mustache.
Tempestus is a
bald.
beard. He's bald. You bald people can
Leave
have
him
beards. What do you
alone.
mean?
He has hair.
Wait, who must dash?
No.
Get in the
No.
water. I'm holding you down. Now is your
Yep.
time.
My disappointment is
Yeah.
immeasurable. My day is ruined.
It was teed up for me. Just
Look, Bob doesn't even accept it. Bob's not accepting it. No one's accepting it. It's not
Yeah,
happening.
sorry, Bob.
I'll update
No, it
I'll
happened.
update the thing manually because life curses me that way.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Ducky gets
okay.
in the seal.
Ducky gets in the seal. Yeah. That is your 17th one about yourself. Nice. Okay.
and Kyle's
feel great
13th
about-
reason.
17th reason by the looks of it. As you all take turns, because I don't think you can all fit in the rowboat, so as you all take turns, kind of a few at a time going across, I eventually reach the ship. You look back at the Pearl, and it looks somehow more majestic than it did when you were on it. There's just something amazing to see that much pink and that much coverage. The white sands and the mountains themselves standing tall, a pink hue encompassing the island almost like an aura of protection. It represents something new and something beautiful, but also something old. The sakura trees are the bloodline of Saganatoshi, and now they're here. Saganatoshi is a people, not a place. You board the boat, and you all stand towards the back of it as it sets sail. I believe Ryan was quite forward-thinking in his choice, because it seems to me like you can sail overnight now with the amount of people shared between the ship. There are a few roles that I think need to be filled on the ship, because if you're all too many cooks in the kitchen, nothing's going to get done.
True.
The way it works, at least in my opinion, is that you would need a navigator, and I will provide personal opinion here, but you can all choose different outcomes for this, of course. I would suggest Eos, considering she's the only one of you that owns a fucking compass.
Yes. And she can see at night.
Yeah, so you would handle things like charts, routes, and navigation. All important. You would need a helmsman, someone to steer the ship, manage the sails, or hybrid drive during maneuvers, that kind of thing. And I honestly think, given that Dash was born in a port town of Virtus, and even beyond the narrative, I think you've proven as a character that you can handle crisis quite well, because it keeps getting thrown in your face every 2 seconds. I would think that a helmsman position would be something good for you, but again, I leave that discussion open to all of you. A bosun, so rigging, deck maintenance, crew coordination. I was kind of thinking of Adriana, and she already kind of proved why to me automatically, but I had wrote this down weeks ago, so it's kind of funny that you just started organizing people and trying to get things done. And having the people that are on this actually just do the job, because that is your natural position. You are very good at coordination, and I think that suits her position.
I'm in the captain's chair, like I'm sitting there with my feet up on the desk.
For sure. I was going to actually get to that point that there shouldn't be a captain, but that's fine. Because I think you're
I'm
all...
not the captain, I'm just in the captain's chair.
Yeah. I think a quartermaster and a purser could combine into one here. So you could manage supplies, finances, rations, ballast, a cargo balance. Very important things. And I think given that he's already had this backpack the entire time and been doing that the entire time, I think Hatsu, it makes sense. You've already had the bag of holding, and you've been doing a great job with inventory management and support for the group already. I think advancing that to the ship made logical sense. For engineer and cook, I had both jotted down a slate because I thought that would be really fitting. So I'm not sure what to do there. But we will approach that as it needs to be approached, because obviously maintenance will need to be done, be it a ship in the stars as a Star Striker ship, or be it a ship in the waters as a sailing ship, or in the campaigns like Saltmarsh. Maintenance is important because your ship will take damage if you're attacked, especially, but also just thriving in the sea. I've shed more than enough tears for the Going Merry in One Piece to know that you should never let it get that far if you can avoid it. So I would advise that ship maintenance is something that you're all consciously aware of, even if it means bringing someone as a NPC or something on board to maintain the ship for you. That is absolutely fine. You can offer positions to people on the ship as much as you want, people that you trust, people that you care about. That's okay. Just remember that there is like a quota kind of thing of things that need to be done, but there's also a list of things in terms of like, do you trust this person to stay with your ship when you're not there, for example, because they might have to.
I have mending, so
okay.
Some maintenance at least I can keep up with.
I think a few of you could potentially do mending as well. I'm not sure, but if that's the case, then it could be shared.
The other one was Slate.
The other one was Slate, yeah. I'm not sure. I have a feeling there's a third mending in there somewhere, but either way, we will proceed with that, and I'll keep that in mind as we approach new faces for our wonderful story to be told. I I was thinking of 2 more positions here, potentially. The first one is a medic. Every ship needs one. And I think that, Aldrin, you've already proven yourself as a good, worthy medic. I actually wrote this down before you even got to the Pearl. So this was something I was thinking about when I was working on ships and all these different things that you're going to need in the future. So it was, again, a really fortuitous thing that you just stepped up and proved yourself, because that's the right thing to do. I think what I actually wrote here is I would like to see him take on more of a role like this in the group, but you've just done it, so I don't actually need to go through that. And a medic is a glorious role to have for a cleric, because that's literally your job. So I think it would work very well for you. First task is to make sure that Eos does not feel seasick at every given moment.
It do what it do.
There was...
Sounds like my spell slots are gone.
On old ships, there was an interesting role that was given called a chaplain. And a chaplain would perform rites and blessings, watches for magical threats. Not necessarily magical threats in the sense of IRL, but that's kind of what a chaplain would do in the old stories and stuff. But they would also work with the medic, and they would also handle the rites of death. It's more than just a holy thing, as in like that follows a religion. It's more than that. It's a spiritual thing. And I kind of think it fits into Weslyn's current journey with you're kind of dealing with dreams, but with that comes an understanding of omens, an understanding of the spiritual world, and I think that would make you fit that sort of role. I'm not saying you have to call yourself Chaplain Weslyn, although you could, because you do collect titles like a madman. Because OBGYN Weslyn probably would, I don't know if the ship needs an OBGYN right now. That's all I'm saying.
It definitely does, and you could spell chaplain with OBGYN. It's like Wheel of Fortune.
Chaplogyn. Yeah. OBGYN.
His current one is Sea Witch Weslyn, though.
Sea Witch Weslyn.
True.
I guess this might be the boat that you deserve, the one that you've been thinking of this whole time. But I would put you into that sort of supernatural anchor for the ship. More of a spiritual chaplain than, say, a religious one, if that makes sense.
But not as the anchor, though, specifically.
We'll see. We might need an anchor at some point if this one breaks, but that's up to Major and mending, so we'll see.
We can use Dash as the anchor. It's fine.
I was going to say I am not an anchor.
His ego could pull the ship to stop, so it's fine. But that's my suggestions. You guys can choose. I'm burdened
with glorious purpose. That's the way on it.
You can choose what actually fits you better. But I think you're all going to take watches. I think you're all going to be security, and I think you're all at some point or another going to be captain, because you're all built for different situations. And a journey on a ship, especially as prevalent as what you plan on doing here, but also going forward, you'll be on this ship, I'd say, a good bit. And because of that, you're all going to take different positions on the ship and fill different slots and roles. It's just going to be part of it. Those are the base levels that I would suggest to you, so that you don't cross your wires every time, because too many cooks in the kitchen, shit's going to get burned. But do get a cook for your kitchen, because otherwise your shit will also just get burned.
Yeah.
Your journey begins. You sail into the sunrise, which is kind of cool, because usually when a father abandons their kids, it's like it says the sunset, but no, in this case, Dash, you're going into the sunrise, so it's, it's fitting.
Rising Pro.
Can Dash he's climbing straight to the crow's nest as well, so he can just maintain view for as long as possible.
Just a little bit longer,
yeah.
Albie's already sitting up there.
Eos finds it really awkward that Dash is there, and it's a very small crow's nest.
Two of you just like...
Oh, what are you doing here?
Navigating, what about you?
Just watching the love of my life phase away into the horizon.
You could have stayed with her, you know?
I wish that were an option, truly.
We're not that far out to sea, Dash.
I can't sit by and wait for things to happen to us and hope that they go the way I want them to. Heck of a view from up here, though.
It's nice, but like, did you say your goodbyes? Did you promise to come back? Did you?
Yes, and she said that if I don't bring you back in one piece, she will stab me. She didn't actually say that, but I'm sure if you do get hurt, she will make sure someone pays for it.
Okay. Well, it's weird now because you have. I don't know what the right word is. responsibilities?
Yeah,
It's not just you.
it's not.
Like I have Ducky. It'd be very difficult with 2 duckies.
Hey, look, at least kids are smaller, more portable.
I know. You can just pick them up and put them down, but they keep running and they ask so many questions. Why are your eyes purple, Eos? Why do they glow, Eos? Why do you have purple skin, Eos?
I have a feeling my kids won't be as curious about that.
True, not the one that we need to name, but Lissa will be very curious.
You know, I don't think she is. I think she just accepts it. You say Albie is up here? Come try
Yeah.
pet Albie. Just a little.
Albie nudges into your hand a little bit, I would say. I'll let Ryan control that more than I do, but I think given the sentimentality of the moment, it shitting on you right now doesn't feel just right, so maybe later.
Albie likes him. Albie's not a very good judge of character. He's stupid, but
Fucking hell.
I mean, he is. His stat block is literally that he's dumb. So
I have a feeling if both Dash and Albie rolled an intelligence check, I know who's winning that one.
let's try.
Albie wins the chess against that. As you rise into the sunset, as you sail into the sunset, I don't know, I said rise. As you sail into the sunset, sunrise. Fucking hell. As you sail into the sunrise, cut all of that out.
Sets in the west and rises in the east.
As you sail in a direction,
As you traverse.
there's something so inspiring about it that I would give you all inspiration. You may, please Dash, just don't use it on this, but you may all take your inspiration.
Yes, Dash, use it on that.
Right.
How did it go?
It's okay, I beat the bird.
You beat the bird? Okay.
I mean, he has got a -4. I'd be surprised if he didn't.
I wouldn't.
I would not.
It's going to take a while.
Inspired from that
Go ahead.
moment,
Yeah.
Hatsu would walk up to Madriana. On a word, Captain.
I'm most definitely not your captain, but yes, what's the matter, Hatsu?
Captainess? What would you call a captain lady?
I think it's just captain. But
Captive?
it's one of the rare job titles that is the same title for a man or a woman.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
What can I do for you?
Let's have a sit.
Sure. And I just take my legs off the desk and like kind of sit up properly and gesture for Hatsu to sit on the chair opposite the captain's desk.
We'll take a seat. Well, I knew that you probably have recognized. I would want to reinsure you where he is.
Where
Talk
who
to
is?
Vetherus. He gives you an eye. So, no one's missing, you say?
I figured he needed some time away.
Talk to Vetherus in the book to make sure our people are fine. And I did sense a presence in the book, a very familiar one. I think after all what happened in Saigo no Toshi and what he did there did pull up some questions for him. I would assume. I don't know how long he will stay in there, or if he will come out with the rest of the people from Saigon Otoshi. But at least we know he's gonna be okay. I'm just a little bit confused, and I'm wondering if they would recognize if one of us would just miss.
He certainly had complications to his life. It's no surprise he needed to get straight.
Agreed. And I also think he still doesn't know if he wants to go one road or the other. But I think he has a good heart, and I hope he will make the best decision for himself.
I guess all we can hope is that when he does come out, we're able to help him through whatever he's doing.
Agreed.
There's not a single one of us on this boat without something holding us back. I just hope that when the time comes, it's not something that ends up hurting the others.
That's why it's important that people that might not only see something that's directly in front of their eyes, also keep an eye on that from different angles.
I have my eyes in the sky as well.
I want to let you know, Madriana, I would never make decisions that would harm you or the others, nor would I risk the life of peoples that need me, us, assistance, help. And I know it's sometimes difficult to understand, but it's good the way it is. I will never let you down, no matter what you ask for.
I hope you take this in the best possible way. But I believe that the intention is there. But neither you nor I could ever make such a promise, because we have no idea what's coming. I can tell you, I give you my word that I would do my absolute best to make sure that none of you get hurt. But I can never ever promise that I wouldn't if it had to be. If there was no other way. What I will tell you though, that will actually make a little bit of a difference to what I've just said. You guys have been more family to me than the people that should have been my whole life. You guys are always going to be the ones I work the hardest for.
I know you will find your way, Madriana. And I know there will be a day that reveals for you who did choose you. But we don't make promises lightly in the Toshitsugu clan. And as he says that, he gets out the sword just a little bit. And he would take his left glove off. And he would cut the inside of his hand. So there would be some blood dripping. And he reaches out to Emiliana to give her a hand.
Above the table, first thing, what color is his hand? What type of hand does he have? What color is his blood?
I don't know what you see, buddy.
You can tell him. What does he see?
So its hand is, I would describe it, it's a little bit lighter than you would expect, I'd say. Dash would have seen it, but I'm not quite sure if Adriana would have seen it.
Nope.
The way it is. So you would see a lighter skin. You would see a humanoid hand for sure. Not anything super special on it. The color is more like an alabaster tone. That makes sense?
Not quite. What do you mean by alabaster tone? Like, are we talking like flesh tone? Or are we talking like a red, a green, a black?
No, it's more like a light. It's a warmthy white color, if that makes sense.
A little
Gotcha.
bit pearlescent.
Not
I
like-
guess.
Sepia type thing.
Yeah, would say pearlescent, but not that shiny. More like a beige
Nestle
kind of
creamer.
thing. Yeah,
Okay. Caramel. Gotcha.
Yeah.
yeah. So not as pale as Slate would be in his natural form.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more warmth to it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Is that just
And-
Kian's skin tone?
Kinda.
Rein it in,
And
boys.
what
Rein
about
it
the
in.
blood color?
It's
What would be the
red.
blood color? It is red. Okay.
It's red.
I have to ask. I wouldn't be a Majorana if I didn't. She holds out her hand and does the, pulling the finger off of each glove type thing. And then finally, slips the glove off. I'm not doing it with my own blade. Might as well cut me with the same blade.
He gets the blade out a little bit further.
I just run my hand down. Hold my hand out.
He grabs your hand. In the name of the Toshitsugu, I here swear to protect my ally with my life, and so will my family on my behalf.
I do the same. But I can't account for my family, because most of them are horrible. My mother would look after you, for sure.
This is a pact between me, my family, and you. Whoever decide is with you, Adriana. This pact would stay with or without me. And you will always have a home in the Toshitsugu clan if you decide to do so.
Thank you.
Thank you, Captain.
I just take off, like, one of the, I don't know, like a handkerchief or a bit of cloth or something that's probably on the desk, in the desk, around the desk, and just kind of wipe it away.
Yeah.
I just wipe the excess.
Hatzo just slips in the glove, puts the blade away, bows firmly, and goes to work.
It'll take 9 days to get to Anbudin at your current speed, considering you can travel overnight. Madriana's idea to keep the extra sailors has narrowed that time by half. It would have taken you 18. Even on this ship. That is assuming there are no stops along the way, or distractions, or anything to pull you off course. But that would be a question for next week, as we finally get to explore the Wandering Isles. Well played today, boys. Well
Hoist the
played.
colours.
Hoist the holy
Jenny-
flag.
Oh.
Did you see the picture I put in the group actually about that roper?
No, not yet. No, sorry.
I don't know if you want to show the audience or whatever, if you can quickly do it or not, but that was what was in my head anyway.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's sick. I don't know if I can bring that up on stream. I will try.
No. I'm really surprised Busy didn't ask about how Madriana looks.
Oh, he missed it. Oh,
Because he just knows.
Eos does and Slate does.
Yeah. I'm thinking the rest of the boys do.
Dash would if you paid attention.
That's not the time to ask these questions.
That's about what you would have noticed in that moment, I suppose, regardless.
Yeah.
Again,
come to the medic.
so-
He will heal you. Bring me your wounds.
Wait,
Let me see your hands.
too busy because, like you said, Busy would have known. What you saw was quite obviously a, how do I put it, like a can't think of a better word than like a very pretty hand, like a very feminine-esque, slim, slender hand, white, like as white as John's walls. Like her
Yes.
skin is like almost like, when you said about yours being pearlescent, I was like, holy shit, it's not far off of what I've actually explained mine to look like.
Real, recognize real, buddy.
Yeah.
There's,
So-
I've just shared the image there for you right now as well.
Oh yeah.
Sick
awesome.
though.
So yeah, think Edward Cullen, but without the shiny diamond bullshit.
Oh, wow.
Who's
Kinda
Edward
like a-
Cullen?
Twilight,
Like-
vampire from Twilight. I mean, I don't know. Why I wouldn't have that pre-programmed in my head. All of a sudden, I don't know.
How?
I genuinely don't know. Like,
We're talking Victorian princess kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crystal. Yeah, you're talking China doll
Vampire
kind of
pale.
Yeah.
Why would I use that example?
white shine almost.
I'm talking about, like, you know, the Elizabethan, like, white lead face paint.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're getting at. See, that's
Just
the first
literally,
impression
yeah, I
you
just
give
saw Clever Girl was the first. They were like, "This is the first impression." Was just the Edward line. I love that.
Welcome to my
Thank you.
character, clever girl.
Thank you for joining us today, everybody. It's been nice to be back. You guys were so nice. Vitharian in
stream.
particular, thank you so much for absolutely bombing us with subs today. That was really, really kind of you. And for everyone else who contributed as well, we really appreciate you. It wasn't lost on me how many gifted. I think we had 57 subscriptions today or something, which is our record, I
Mental.
think, maybe, or it's
Thanks,
just
Darian.
definitely up there from the
It's
since the
it,
first
yeah.
since we started. Like, also we had our
If you were here at the
basically
time, you would
record.
have seen Ken glitch when that was
I-
coming in. It's like,
yeah,
no,
I didn't
must
know what to
focus
do.
on the game. Must focus on the game.
Yeah, I do my best to not break the immersion because I know how important that is for people watching this later on YouTube and stuff. Because when I'm watching other streams back, it kind of throws me off if they're like talking to chat and I'm like, I can't see chat. What is this? So I try and maintain it, but I still, I definitely glitch. There's a few people,
Lots in the sauce.
Vitharian, one of them, I know On Your End was another one who've made me glitch several times on stream. So if you ever see me freaking out for a moment and then in the break thanking streams for subs and stuff, that's why.
Also, shout out to Vitharian for making me break multiple times with his smut writing.
Absolutely.
Midstream, just reading smut, and I'm like, down, bold.
57 subs now. Thank you so much. Thank you for gifting a sub to Clever Girl.
I don't know how much John was paying attention either, but when we, there's me and Kian, and when we thought that you were sending the cards away, we were like, traitor, get the fuck out the game, we're kicking him out, we're going to kill his character, that's it.
We
and then when you went, that was a picture, it was the picture that I'm sending, not the cards. We were both like, yes, okay.
Oh, no, I was toying with you guys. I know you guys want those as close to us as possible.
Oh, give me, I will draw.
Don't speak on my behalf.
There will come a
Pumping
time
out
the next year or so, where they come back into focus, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Clever
If
Girl,
you
you're
give
always
the
welcome.
kids crackers, they're gonna blow something.
Yeah.
Just warned you.
All I'm saying is, if you become unconscious at some point and your cards happen to disappear,
Well, if they got burned up, I don't know.
they can't. They're magical.
Yeah, there's got to be some reason.
There's only
why
two
it's
things.
related to
There's only
draw-
two things in the
draw
world
cards.
that can destroy magical
Oh, what are
items. I'm not telling you.
Well,
I'm not stupid.
Dash might know
Tease me like
because
that.
he helped to destroy the book, right? Or to try to, so.
Yeah.
But for now, thank you so much
Harry
for joining
Potter
us.
style.
Thank you
magic
for-
destroy magic.
Another hype train. Thank you so much. I think that's our third or fourth during this stream, which is crazy. And thank you for Therian for more subs just to round it out. It's crazy.
Yeah, Vivarian came in with the BDE for sure today.
Oh my
Fact,
gosh. Yeah, we'll find a way to thank you for that.
Just
Big dinosaur energy.
Oh my god.
Thank
you
you
trying to say he's
for.
leathery?
That's a sound bite.
I want to raid a group here, but I don't want to do that while we're on hype train because it feels weird to just destroy hype train.
That's fine.
Do we just
3 more minutes of
Wait.
session.
Go to our
Yeah, well,
YouTube,
listen,
watch the Tales
it
from the
depends. If the chat wants to keep the stream going longer, they have to keep the hype train going.
That's true too.
Yeah.
It sounds like bribery, and I'm here for it.
We've glitched.
This is
All
my-
I'm saying is,
I think I've worked for
Yeah.
14 hours, 15 hours straight now, if you include this as work. I don't know. I don't particularly include this as work, but this is no, for sure. I am dying.
Yeah.
So
but listen, if the hype train went far enough that we were having to go that long, you probably wouldn't be able to work anyway. That's it.
Yeah,
I
I
imagine. Yeah, no, I would love to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I've hit 12 3 times, and my record is 14.
Cheap,
Amazing and well deserved. Your stream's awesome.
It's insane.
I think, did we hit 10 one day with Shaq?
I think we did.
And on your end, I think they were.
Check on your end where there was the duel of the gifted subs. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much love for both of them as well. I really appreciate it.
As Leslie said, he was there for the 14. It was mad.
There's my
That was a good
deck of
one.
many things.
That reminds me, is Boreal on the boat?
I love that,
Boreal.
Rory.
Yeah, so on the boat, that's a good point. On the boat are the, I think it's 5 or 6 crew or something that Majorana brought with her. There's obviously you guys.
I thought it was 8. Okay, I
was
got
it
that
8?
wrong. Sorry.
It might have been 8, but I think it was 8 including you, so that would mean there's 7 of them. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because 8 is the minimum to run it, so that's what I gave you.
Red shirts. We have red shirts.
Then red shirts, yeah. And then, yeah, but Dash is the red shirt. Then you have,
Don't think he knows what that means, but okay.
I think Ayami
I'm
and
definitely more of a yellow shirt.
Ayami and you're definitely not a yellow shirt. That's engineering. Get out of here.
Absolutely yellow shirt.
Skin tone,
100%
buddy.
yellow shirt.
Get out of here.
I know the red shirt is the disposable NPCs of Star Trek. I know.
Yellow's engineering, right? Am I tripping? Yellow's engineering.
Yeah.
Yellow is
engineering.
Captain.
What's the other one? Was it,
Red shirt.
Isn't
blue
yellow
shirt?
captain?
Was the other one, was it?
No, Boreal is
wasn't
not a
original
red
series,
shirt,
but-
Leslie.
Or it's not a red shirt. He's
be a
just,
red shirt.
Yeah, let's not talk about Star Trek anyway.
Boreal is the phasers on the front of the ship.
Phase is set to stun.
You do have Boreal on the ship. I
Blackbeard's
think you
sword.
have Asuka and Ayami. Is that everybody we wanted to bring with us? I think that's it,
Sounds
right?
right. Yeah.
Yeah, Boreal.
So, yeah,
Wait, we didn't
I left
wanna
my-
bring
I left my kids at
Boreal.
home.
Because we have to bring Boreal because he's collateral.
I didn't want to bring Boreal.
Man,
Brown
to be
him.
fair, Boreal's fucking copying bombs from the sky was fucking epic. That was so good.
She was
Aimed at the wrong
very on the
people,
nose.
but
Yeah.
oh no, in Saigo, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
absolutely. Sorry, I thought you meant at the Arcanum when he like just
And
attacked
then
everybody.
he fucking saved mom and nanny and you
Yeah,
know.
bro, it was great.
But that's only because Roper was rolling for Boreal. If it had been Nessie, it would have
Yeah,
done
that-
fucking
That
any of
might
that.
change when Nessie plays him, but
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah, we like him for now.
When Nessie plays him, he's suddenly going to get dumber by 3 points.
That's another anchor.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot to come. I'm excited for you guys to see Anbaden as well. We've talked about that a few times, so it's gonna be good.
Gotta find a name for a ship.
I think it's technically called the Resolute at the moment. So you can choose to rename it if you want to.
The Super Frog.
When you said the name
We
of that
settled
place
on
for
the
the
Black
first time, I honestly thought you said the Ambient. I was like, fuck me, this is going to be a sleepy town.
Yeah, right. Sleepy
Playing
Hollow.
lo-fi music all the way.
Yeah. No, Anbaden's nice. It's like bricks under light. So they have a different kind of industry there. So it's interesting.
Etherean.
They're very friendly there.
Yes, Betharian.
Brick
No,
Chunder.
Etherean.
I don't know, chat, you guys. All right, we are going to raid Catchy Cantrips. They are currently on a creature creation world building thing. So they're like working on making like cool creatures and different things on the fly. And it looks like they're doing it with chat, and that looks really sick. So we're going to give them some love. Remember to use the emotes, which is
A raid emote.
Go to our YouTube. Check out the merch store.
Multipass.
multipass. Yeah, raids, multipass, orc raid, and all that stuff.
Multi-orc.
Multi-orc.
Yes. Don't forget, we have Tales from the Isles on the YouTube where you get a little bit of background on both
We have
Dash
a-
and Eos.
Yeah, we have a new one. Rory, do you want to introduce it very quickly while we have?
Yeah,
30
there's
seconds.
a 4-minute or so video about Eos's situation and mission. Part of her backstory. Want to check it out? View it. Listen.
Rory put a lot of work into it. He did the VO. He organized the music from the company that we use, and he
Yeah.
made everything. He made the images and everything. He worked on all that stuff. Yeah, it's very cool. Okay, we're jumping into a raid. Thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you.
Check out Discord.
And we hope you all have a
Bye.
great night. Please join us in Discord. We want to bat. We can't stop talking.
Yes. As you may tell.
As you may tell.
Ciao.
Take care. Ciao.
Come back next Wednesday.